Hello, we're here in the most chaotic way possible. I mean, would you expect anything less from a Flyers Watchalong? Right? We've got to add some sort of chaos somewhere down the line. That wasn't our dream start. Obviously, wasn't a dream start for the Flyers in Game 2, though. So we're going on it. You know, it's a theme here, and you also know it's a theme throughout our Zoom call. Because if you can pay attention, I'll try and zoom this in a little bit. Our man Eric Rees, our writer, our lead contributor at PSN, has got a slot machine behind him, and the Flyers may need to take some gambles to win tonight's matchup. You see, that's exactly... He's bought that just so I could say that sentence.
Fantastic segue there.
I know.
Fantastic feature right there. Yeah, no, gambling is 100% what needs to happen. Like, in my opinion, I think it's a gamble that they leave Justin Braun out there. And it's not Gostisbehere. I think Gostisbehere should be in tonight, but it looks like they're rolling with Robert Hagg and Justin Braun in the third pairing. But no, I like that. I like that segue that you have with the
You see, that's the content you come for. Not only have you got a dodgy emo Liam haircut, which has not been seen in a long time, but we've got slot machines. We've got Game 3 of this series. No names going out to the Rolex 24, which is sick, man. That'd be amazing. Jared's in saying bounce back time. Tom G, Anthony Marinucci's here. Tariq and Henny609. Love you guys. Thank you for stopping by. If you could leave a like on the stream, that would be amazing if you enjoy this sort of content. We want to give you as much action and analysis as we can. With the puck drop, apparently it's going to be 20 past 8 in the evening. So we've got around 16 minutes just to talk shop. And I guess for us, probably one of the biggest talking points coming out of last game was Carter Hart. I mean, you had such a great start for him in Game 1. Looked as smooth as silk. Do you think that performance that we saw the other night was a bit more due to the team kind of just being all round letting him down? Or, because I mean, he didn't look great, but I don't think he was like by far the worst player on the ice sort of thing, you know?
watched every single goal that happened against the Flyers, and I will say two of those goals, the one that happened against Brian Elliott and Thomas Tatar's power play goal, which I think was the third goal of the game. Those were ones where I was like, okay, that should have happened.
Right.
What I look at is on the first goal from Tatar, there was a lot of puck watching that will make good defenses look garbage. And what I saw there was, I want to say it was Brendan Gallagher. He got very, very close in on the shot. And you have Travis Samheim, who basically just let him come in close and didn't lay a body on whatsoever. Actually, in fact, Gallagher got a shot off and then laid more body on Sanheim. Well, Sanheim's a big defenseman. You can't do that. When I played lacrosse, and even in college, your coach would be on you if you put that player on his butt. So that's what we need to do. We need to up the intensity. We need to be, at least if we're not faster than this team, position needs to be a thing. And there were times that there was just mental lapses, especially on a particular face-off, where the two defensemen, they spread out instead of pinching in, and we won that face-off, and that still gave the Canadiens a fast break. And that's where Gostisbehere got called for that penalty, that hooking call. Well, to be quite frank, that should have never even been, that puck should have never been touched by the Canadiens. So I look at a lot of last game, being a 5-0 game, 3 of those goals could have been taken back just by defense and being a little bit physical. So I think Robert Hagg tonight, being in that third period, is going to go a long, long way into making the Canadiens think twice about coming in close. And there's going to be a lot of perimeter shooting, I feel like, too, because of it.
Yeah, and I know one man who's going to be happy about Bobby Haig's return to the lineup is the founder of the Bobby Haig, hive himself, Derek Bobb, our lead editor with our Flyers team. How are you feeling about tonight? Is that a bit of a refreshing feeling, seeing Haig back in the lineup?
It is. I'm glad. It stinks that it's at the expense of, I believe it's Gostisbehere, but they're saying that Gostisbehere's in the tunnel, so it might be Braun. Not sure if I'd be okay with Braun.
When I was fighting my pregame, so I agree with that. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I really don't think taking Braun out of the lineup solves much. To Eric's point, physicality is the name of the game in this series, and Braun's much more physical than Ghost. Yes, Ghost had an okay game. I'll give him okay for game 2. Game 1, I thought he played really well. He had that save, essentially, keeping a goal out of the back of the net behind Hart, which was great. But Ghost's problem, and I've touched on this with the podcast as well, it's consistency. And if you can't get consistency out of Ghost, that's it. That's the name of the game in the playoffs. You've got to be consistent. And whether you're going to deal with Ghost's little flashes in the pan, or you're going to deal with the consistently okay Robert Haig, I'll take consistency over the flashes in the pan 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, it's. I think the biggest thing coming off that game is trying to almost put that on everyone. I know there's been a real element of focus around the top line, and it felt like, for me at least, coming off of game 1, do you know what? We had an assist on the top line. It was a bit dodgy, but Voracek was involved in the goals. He kind of hit him a little bit. It looked as though the top line were getting back firing on all cylinders, that maybe their consistency could kick off again, and that they would, after such a strong regular season, find their rhythm. Game 2 happened, and then the power play goes 0 for 5, and you're back where you started again with that top line, and it's I think there has to be a unanimous sense of just pushing that consistency through. So, while it's a great thing for Gostisbehere to try and find as well, but it's the same for everyone, and especially those top couple of lines where, since the round robin games, they haven't been as lightning as we'd like to see. Haven't been those kind of heartbeats of the team. You've been leaning on guys like, Nick or Baker Bell, for instance, to bring home those goals. Or Scott Lawton, who had missed, 3 wide open chances I've counted now, where he's been in front of net and he's just sent it out of the stands almost. And that's the thing where you're leaning on depth. It's great when it comes through, and it means that you can afford those nights off from the veterans and from the top guys, but you can't rely on them all the time, because at some point, there's a reason their depth guys are not on the top lines, and that's when you need those top guys to kick in. So that's what I'm looking for. I would love to see a Giroux goal. That would be the big one. If Claude Giroux can get himself on the score sheet, that would, I think, fire up the rest of the guys around him to enable that push out of a slump almost.
That would get him going too, and that's what we really need because we've seen Giroux when he's pissed off. We've seen him when he's angry and determined, and that's the Claude Giroux that needs to shine through if the Flyers have any hopes of making the run that a lot of us think they can.
And what I also like about the first line kind of going back to the roots with Giroux, Couturier, and Voracek is that's the first line, whether they've scored or not in these playoffs, which they have not. But what they did is they neutralized the best players on another team. So the second line, Konechny looks like he'll be in tonight. It looks like it'll be Hayes and Lawton again. I have a lot of faith in that second line. Raffles back. And with Raffles being back in, it takes out Nate Thompson. And I'm okay with that. Because Nate Thompson
actually out too. Thompson's in.
And, is Thompson in?
To my knowledge, that's what I've been seeing. I think Jason Martinez tweeted out about Thompson being in and Raffle being out.
I saw a couple. Well, I don't know if it was more or less confirmed. I don't really see anything confirmed. Mm-hmm. But I saw Raffle and Konechny. That was at least confirmed that they were warming up. I didn't hear anything about Thompson.
Raffle, Thompson, and Pitlick. Charlie O'Connor just tweeted out 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
You're going to be getting the start with Provorov and Niskanen. So the first face-off of the game is the fourth line.
Oh, Raffle. Okay, all right.
Raffle, Thompson, and Pitlick. So, I mean, interesting. I'm glad.
All right.
I like to see Raffle back, especially.
Last time we had a line that wasn't the first line, kick off the game. It was last game and it was rough. So
yeah. Now they had been starting the second line. I'm looking for a big hit. Yeah, they need to be playing a heavy game. They need to exert themselves. They're the top seed for a reason. They've got the depth. They've got talent up and down the lineup. And I mean this in no slight to Montreal. There's a reason why they're where they are right now.
Yeah.
But the Flyers are clearly the better team, and they need to start playing like it, and they need to start getting contributions from the top of the lineup. No questions asked. That's what needs to happen in order for this team to really exert their dominance and keep moving along in these playoffs.
100%. I can see a lot of people now just dropping into the stream, so welcome. I know Jared's in, saying that the top line's been absolute buns during the playoffs. Or top scorers, you should say. Zek says, what's happened to my hair? I would answer it with a mild hangover and being comfy in a jersey. Just, I was having a bit of an emo moment, so why not? We're just keeping you on edge. We're playing hard to get, that's all. But I promised myself I wasn't going to make as many slot machine puns as I could tonight. We've already made one. Talking about slotting in to the lineup, though, it was it was really encouraging today. Slightly, I know he won't be playing tonight, but seeing Oscar Lindblom back with his teammates on the rink, at practice, in the bubble, that was a nice little wholesome moment. And I think that could be something that energizes the team as well, right? Like, that sort of thing could be the difference. Like, I've spoken about it all year, about how important Lindblom's presence has been and the energy that he's given the team. To see him in the middle of that circle with, the slapping the sticks on the ice, that, I think, is going to galvanize the team more than a lot of people are going to really kind of give credit for.
I think it's interesting to point out, too, where, we all knew the Flyers had something more than just hockey to play for with Lindblom. And then Claude Julien had chest pains. Yeah. And so you see the Canadiens come out in Game 2 and just absolute terror. We all know what happened. So now Oscar's, back in the bubble with the team. I mean, are we going to see that type of start? And are we going to see that type of game that the Canadiens had in Game 2 for the Flyers here in Game 3? Because there's that little extra bit of motivation. It'll be interesting to see, especially in the first couple minutes, how if the Flyers come out buzzing, we'll know, okay, they're here to play. That Lindblom visit, the fact that he's there gives them that extra bump and that extra motivation. I say extra bump like Yuri Laterre is still in the lineup, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I fully get it. And we've just got our fourth host on tonight's game already, so loving that. Ricky Amendeo in a Fly. That's the first time I've seen Ricky in a Flyers jersey. And we've got the same one. Only
mine's obviously deep fake China.
Oh, same, mate. 100%. We love to see it.
It's the only way to go.
I got a street hockey jersey, man.
Oh, wow. That's naughty.
Mine's vintage.
I was gonna put a Yager jersey on, but I was like, we need Giroud to do something today.
I'm a big Desjardins fan.
Uh,
If I had to.
Elite Gamer says, what time does the game start? It will start in around 5 minutes, I think. So puck drops around 20 past. So again, we'll keep you guys as updated as we can, all of the goings on and the rest of it. But let us know what jersey you're repping tonight. Is there a good luck jersey that you're putting on? Is there a change in good luck jersey after last game? Justin says, I'm here, glad I haven't missed the first WEF. Oh, wow! Love that. Love that.
I'm all decked out.
Love that. That's so good.
This jersey means I don't mess around, and also my Giroud one is in the laundry bin somewhere. That's what this one means.
Yeah, I need to treat myself to a Carter Hart jersey, I think that's it. I need a Carter Hart jersey, a Brandon Aronson Union one. I need to get one from all the 5 teams. That's my next goal. So I haven't decided on the Eagles yet. Probably John Hightower because I'm in love with him low-key. But, that's a discussion for another day. And then, who have we got left? Sixers. I don't know. I've already got Ben Simmons. That's until he gets traded, probably. That's, relevant for about a month. And we'll go from there. But see who's got anything in the chat. Yeah, if you guys have got a special jersey on, let us know. Get the WEF counter. All right, I'll get the WEF counter going. Bear with me. I have a feeling that tonight might be a bit of an intense one. Cause if the Flyers go down, I think all of us are going to be kicking and screaming. And that's never a good sign. So I'll get the WEF counter prepared.
So, in your guys' opinion, is Carey Price the only reason the Canadiens are still, I guess, in this series? It's only game 3. But is Carey Price maybe not the only reason, but is he one of the biggest reasons the Canadiens are still in this series?
Yeah, he's definitely one of the biggest reasons, but I think it's equally like Brendan Gallagher, Thomas Tatar. Like, their forwards have been producing, and it's not like they've been only producing because the Flyers had one bad game. They've been pushing the metal even in the first game. It's just that Carter Hart had a better game than Carey Price. Maybe in former years, like, let's just say this is the years where we had Steve Mason as a goaltender, like those years, right? I think the favorite, like, we would be the higher seed. The Canadiens would be the favorite. That's how I look at it. But because of Hart gives us an opportunity every single game to win. I actually thought, and this was probably an unpopular opinion, but I think that Brian Elliott, like, I wouldn't have mind seeing him get a start tonight.
It would be interesting to see because, I mean, you've seen the success that Vegas has had with Leonard and Marc-Andre Fleury. I think Leonard's gotten 2 of the starts, and Marc-Andre Fleury got the one tonight. So he's gotten 3 of the 4 starts. I mean, that's, I believe it's 4, I think.
Yeah, they're 4-0 up, aren't they, I think, at the minute?
Yeah,
on series lead-wise.
They've got 2 number-1 goalies. It's incredible. And if the Flyers could replicate that, if Elliott, let's say, comes in for this game, next game, whatever it may be, and plays lights out, right there, the Flyers have 2 solid goalies that they can turn to if one of them's just having a bad night, Hopefully that's not what it takes, but, wouldn't be that bad of a problem to have.
100%. So Foley says, I'm glad you like my slot machine. I'm sure we're going to touch more on, pushing buttons for this team a bit later. See, I just had to make a pun. I had to make another pun. Huh?
That was, he was the one who just yelled, "Let's go Flyers."
Love that.
Right outside the room, so.
Love the energy. Love the energy. Justin says Brendan Gallagher's been a huge reason. I think I agree. I think one player that stood out to me last game, watching it back, was Max Domi. I think he had a really nice little outing, like one of those little younger guys that's sort of coming through. Philly Sports 09 says, "Hi LJ, why didn't you go on a date with me last night?" You didn't. Well, look, I'm a busy man, okay? There's a lot of DMs I've got to sift through. Many of them are abuse, and I've got to, it's hard work. So
you should see this man, son.
Maybe sometimes Flyers need to be physical tonight. I agree with that, BC. I think we're all. I mean, the first game they were though, like they were really aggressive, and it just felt the second one they just, I know it's very lazy almost to say, they came out flat, but that was about as flat as you could find. Like there wasn't much flatter in terms of like a lack of energy there. So. Yeah, we're all hoping for the best.
I will say, kind of like on that note, that it's very obviously having a goalie, like a great goalie, is game changing. But at the same time, the Canadiens have, like, at least last game, or from what we've really seen, honestly, is they're putting out 12 Nick Albe-Kubels. That's all they're doing. They're just if you take away time and space, you're gonna win a game. You got to win those battles, and you got to make sure you're making quick decisions. Because anybody that really you're taught from literally the age of 7 or 8 years old. You're making a decision on the fly, and as you're defending, you're taking away that time and space. Because as soon as whoever wins a hockey game is whoever makes the least mistakes. And if you're causing mistakes, you're going to win the game. That's plain and simple. So the Flyers really just need to get back on. The Canadiens basically out-flyered the Flyers in Game 2. That's pretty much it. Just took the same exact game plan they've had all since the beginning of the season. So hopefully we see a better result here and see if AV. It's a real true test of AV can rally his troops or not, in my opinion.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're away,
The puck is dropped.
we'll see if the Flyers can hit the jackpot. I've got to stop. I can't. But officially underway. Oh, it's good to be back.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
Martin,
remain
a couple
very
hits.
physical series.
Very quick. I know it's only been a few seconds, but that's how long it took me last game to realize that the Flyers are very slow. This team looks faster. They got rid of the lead in their skates.
Oh my goodness.
That was emotional.
Hart with a great save off that redirect there.
A way to set him into a game early. Guys,
Sherman just fed it straight across. Ooh.
what we'll do then as well, as always, we're still yet to...
Army's happy that the Canadiens got that title.
So we're still yet to give away a shirt. We keep trying to give you guys PSN merch, and none of you want to win it. It's heartbreaking. So again, right, we need a final score and the team's first goal scorer. Okay. Oh, love that from Ricky. Ricky should enter it now. But then Ricky's probably got money on it.
Thinking about that all day.
See, I would say Lawton, but he's just been missing so many golden opportunities. It's been annoying.
JVR scoring the first goal.
Oh.
Love that.
Love that. That's good. But just don't tell Alex. Alex might scream at you if you suggest that, so we'll keep that one quiet.
I got a kid. I'm used to being screamed at.
But
boy.
as always, guys, yeah, so if you drop us in the chat, so Jared Nixie says 4-1 in Hayes. I like that. It'd be good to see Hayes get on the score sheet. If you just predict Flyers' first goal scorer and the final score, if you get it right at the end, we will send you a PSN t-shirt. Justin says 3-1 Flyers and Grant. See, I'm a big Derek Grant guy. Big fan of Derek Grant. I think he's been such a nice addition to this team. Yeah, very good name.
So I put in the predictions on the preview, 3-1 Flyers. Did not put in the first goal scorer. So what I'm going to do is I think the first line cracks it tonight, and I'm going to roll with Giroux. It's got to be Giroux. Finally.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Oof. Yeah, Flyers are really picking up the intensity. I know it's only been 2 minutes into a first period, but there's a real sense of urgency there that just wasn't there last game.
Yeah, it's nice to see them kind of pick up early instead of, it just looked like a constant game of catch-up on Friday night.
It just felt complacent. And when you're 17 consecutive games or whatever it is, when you're flying through, you get to the round robin, you make it look piss easy, no one's really stopping you. Then you beat the Canadiens to make that look easy. Eventually it was going to set in this sense of we can walk it a little bit, we don't need to play with that hustle. That's what it looked like. It might not have been the case. It may even have been a stamina thing, given that they've not played a 7-game series. But whatever it was, it seems to have evaporated here today, which is, obviously really important and just already coming up the other end of the ice. Okay, nice face-off, fair enough. But I forgot, how far ahead am I this time? Am I still a light year in the future? Because I'm at the third period now.
Well, don't spoil it.
Yeah, don't tell us the score yet. We want to find this out.
I'm watching it live, so I'm at 17:30. So if you're ahead of me, Liam, don't stop.
I'm 17:30, but they've just taken it. So I'll try my best to be composed. But Michael says 4-1 Giroux. Elite Gamer says 3-1 Giroux. So I'll tell you what, if we ever hit a 3-0 when Giroux's got the first goal, a lot of people are going to be scratching, a little bit nervy. We've had a 3-2 Flyers with a TK first goal. I like that prediction. Again, if you want to enter the competition, so I'm just trying to give you free things and no one wants them. Just let us know who you think's going to win and the Flyers' first goal scorer, and you win a shirt. Simple as that. Well, if you win, I mean, I'm not just going to give you a shirt for writing it in the chat. You got to win it first. But we'll see. Obviously, series tied 1-1. If you're just coming in, 2 minutes into the first period, you haven't missed too much just yet. No WEF counters at the moment, so it's all been relatively tame. But so far, so good. I wonder if I get a... what was that, Ricky?
I was gonna say, we have a guy named Brian who always watches our stream. Shout out him; he's probably here today. But I was talking to him a little earlier, and well, actually, like 15 minutes ago. But we were talking about how bad the refs were in the games earlier. I don't know if you guys watched, but if the refs are anything like that in this game, that WEF counter might be up to like double digits.
Oh no, that would be a new stream record. I need to work out what the record is, but that's not going to bode well for my voice going into tomorrow. Oh, that's sloppy. You can't give it away there.
See, Robert Hag.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man, my man.
If Robert, can you imagine if Haig scores and Derek just rips off the jersey as a incredible Hulk level move?
You guys, I feel like I'm pretty mild mannered and I'm pretty like easygoing. You don't want to see that. I will be running circles in this living room quietly because my son's
just tiptoeing around. It's like
nobody's tiptoeing.
I've just got this image, you know, in like cartoons where they're like that, just like really sprinting around,
scurrying.
Yeah. Jared says Sixers watch along tomorrow. Probably depends on what Eagles training camp content's like. More than likely though, Liam with the Spider-Man 3 haircut. I'm just keeping you on edge, you know. I'm being emo Peter Parker. That's all we're doing.
Oh my goodness.
They're looking good. Oh man. I think Provorov could be a shout to that. He had, was it 11 shots he had in total, and like led the team in shots on goal last time. So Provy already with a goal to his name in this series. That'll be my prediction. I'm gonna go 2-1 Flyers and Provy first goal. I know that's very belated on that prediction, but
are we talking about the first goal of the first game?
what would he? Yeah.
Were you talking about Provorov? Because that actually ended up being credited to.
Did they credit it to Voracek?
Yeah.
That's a WEF if I ever seen it. That's ruined my. Oh.
It went off. It literally grazed his like calf and went in.
Oh.
Like it is, but it's not at the same time.
Like in Goon where the goal just goes off his face. Like he did nothing, it just ricocheted off his face.
Exactly. He just happened to be there. Yeah.
You know what? I would love to see a Derek Grant goal, and he just turns around and just goes gives Price some type of suck it.
Oh, goal!
He's been
Sorry. Oh, my bad.
Did I miss it?
Well, is it a good one?
I'll leave that to you. There you go.
I thought it was gonna be Ag ripping it from the point.
Top line.
Oh, is that
Was it Voracek?
Okay, I saw the 3.
But I did say first line though.
You did? Good call. Good call. Who had Voracek?
Got the rip that.
We had that. Oh, it's just this is another one. It looked like it just tipped off of Voracek.
How you got to score on
That's fine.
It just off his stick and then
it goes off his forearm. It goes off his forearm, off his knee, off his whatever. I don't compare it. It's in.
Or did it go off of Sherrod? That might have went off Sherrod's stick.
Me.
I hit Voracek kind of like in the groin. But Sherrod,
I mean,
loved them though. I don't know if that
regardless, it's good.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
It's a goal.
See, I need to realise that you're all like 10 seconds behind me. It's really hard to suppress the instant eruption, and then I'm like, oh bollocks! I can't throwing it back again.
What they were doing?
We're off again. No, they're fine.
Oh, they're not reviewing. Okay, I just saw the.
I love Michael's comment. Can't Hulk out because his son is asleep. Amazing. Sorry. You know, the past couple nights have been a little rough. He's lost some sleep, and we've lost some sleep because he's just been fun to deal with.
Bless him.
So, if I'm speaking softly or attempting to speak softly, taking cues from my wife if I get too loud. That's why.
Understandable, mate. Understandable. Who was it that said, oh, so Elite Gamer said, if Carter Hart scores a goal, can I get a shirt? Yes. Because, do you know what? That'd be a hell of a prediction. Why not? Now, not everyone can do that now. But Dill's mum comes in just with a big woohoo. We love to see that. And then Salut, says Luca Rock Gaming. And I'll say bonjour. So we'll shake it up with some French. I don't know much more than that. But we move. I wonder if that's going to tilt Carey Price a little bit now, though. Because, I mean, the only goals he's conceding are literally the dodgy sort of rebounds, or they take a bit of a deflection, and it's like the only way you can beat him. Like, he's almost too good to just be slapping around from any angle. Like, you've got to try and just overload him and hope you can get a lucky bounce and be in the right place at the right time.
Playoff Carey Price is tough. It's amazing to me that Carey Price does not have a Stanley Cup to his name. It really is.
That does shock me too. One of the better goalies.
Kind of that guy in playoffs.
He'll have to come to the Flyers for the end of his career and get one.
Oh, do you imagine?
That's a backup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Carter Hart playing alongside. That would be so wholesome as well.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
An article.
I mean, yeah. I mean, don't worry. We've already got the article pending for like 2024. Like, we're sitting on it. We've got the quotes from this year. Like, we're ready to go. Steve says, Liam, care to talk about your hair? If I can avoid it, then I will. Can we not talk about how nice Ricky's looks instead? Can he not just, like, you know, fly the flag for us tonight? Because he just makes
growing.
me...
It's growing.
Mate, you're making me miss my man bun every time you're on a watch-along. It's heartbreaking.
It's coming back. All these 7th graders I'm about to teach are going to be looking at this and all jealous.
Oh, man. Ooh, nice hit. So that Flyers definitely look better. Definitely look better than the start of game 2.
There's a little bit of hustle out there. That's all you need.
Yeah. Any kind of hustle would be more than they gave in game 2.
Now, question... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
I think, and I'm not sure. Yeah, all right. So it is Braun. So they are sitting Goss there.
Yeah, that's the logical move.
Well,
yeah, I had a flip flop where I would have probably started Goss there, and just based on what I saw in the first 2 games.
Yeah,
I think it's... Yeah.
I think
you could have literally put the point for that.
They're going to keep Ghost on a short leash. And I get it, you know, because of the inconsistencies in his game. But I don't know. I mean, I've said, yeah, I'd rather have Haig. But if Ghost could at least get a few games under his belt and show a little bit of consistency, you know, and at least afford him the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm not completely against it, but it's tough because every one of these games means something now. So can you really use this game as, you know, you want to call it an experiment, but, you know, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a weird one, especially with this matchup where you want as much kind of attacking prowess, because if you can get Ghost to fire something in and it rebounds and goes in, then you can have Haig the rest of the way. It's like, they definitely offer different parts of it. Oh my god, okay, I'm not gonna... Oh, it's a replay, sorry. So, you know, you guys have ad breaks and I don't. Yeah. What happened was that they just started showing a replay of the first... I just came into that and thought that was a goal, and I was like, I had to, like, suppress it.
Well, actually, 2 things. Thank you, Jared and Steven, for the hair compliments. You should have seen my hair senior of high school. It was like pure lettuce. It like stuck out of my helmet. Fantastic. It was so nice. But 2, on that same note about the lineup changes, how did you feel about that Raffle filling back in for Farabee move? I have my opinion. I'm kind of interested to hear your guys first.
I think after last week, I know there was a lot from AV and like kind of pressure in the press. Oh, is he playing? Is Raffle ready to go? Is Raffle ready to play? I would have stuck with Farabee personally, just given his contributions in the postseason so far, but I understand why in a spot like this where you need that energy, you might ride the veteran over him. So I fully get both reasons why, and I guess that's why he's paid the big bucks and I'm sat here with a dodgy haircut. So, I mean, I'm not going to, you know, speculate too much on it.
I like Raffle. he can produce against great opponents in the round robin, and it was kind of just unfortunate how he went down in that game. I think Raffle is probably one of the better bottom six forwards in the league, and we're lucky to have him. And to be quite honest, I mean, before I saw the lineup, or before I heard of the lineup in its entirety, I really wanted Raffle, some sort of combination of Raffle, Farabee, and Van Reeves out there instead of Thompson. But you know what? As of right now, we're up 1-0, so I'm not going to complain.
I like it. I think it's difficult to find a spot for Farabee in the lineup just because if you're going to stick with that top line with Giroux, Voracek, and Couturier, where's the spot for him?
Yeah.
The second line's not going anywhere. So you don't want him playing, you could argue third line minutes like I'd be okay with like he did last game. We all saw what happened last game. So this is probably AV's way of jumbling everything up. And again, to Eric's point as well, Raffle is one of the better bottom six forwards in the league. So getting him some time and getting him back in the lineup, I should say, is a huge help because, I mean, we all know, we've seen him play for how many years now with the Flyers. We know his spot on the team, and we know how well he does it. So I think this is the better move. The Thompson-Farabee argument was already had at the beginning of the series, and my thoughts on that remain unchanged. I think if you're talking fourth line, it's Thompson. So it was encouraging seeing what we saw from Farabee at first. But you know, it comes down to experience too. Raffle's been in these games before, and Farabee hasn't. So you go with the proven hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking. I was really hoping that's exactly the move that he was going to make, and I really do like Farabee. I was just thinking, if God forbid the Flyers went down 2-0 early again. Ooh.
I thought that went in.
But if they did,
Raffle's
the perfect guy that can just mix up your lines. He can play any line.
Back-to-back post.
Yeah, so I was trying to keep my composure there.
Yeah, I thought he'd lost it when he spun around afterwards. I was like, he's definitely lost the puck, and then I don't think we got 7 on the second shot.
No,
but
okay, so that hit outside bar, and then that hit crossbar.
Dang. Oh boy.
Yes.
All right.
Steven, that's a good question, and I agree with Justin. I believe AB said the only way we would see Lindblom at all is if they make some type of really deep run. So I feel like late next round would probably be the very earliest, if at all. I feel like there's just more of everyone wants him there, but do you really want to take that risk if we get deep into a playoff run? Do we really want to bump double lines or anything? I don't know. But
Nate Thompson's down. I think Nate took a big hit, and he's
he took something to the face.
definitely winded. Yeah.
It looks like that was a high stick that he took, and if he's bleeding, that's going to be a double.
Oh, yep. He's bleeding.
Is he bleeding?
He's got a cut right here in between the eyes.
Oh, that's the worst place they get hit. The bridge of your nose is
in the box.
No, don't I know it? Where mine's broken right here.
Jesus. Oh.
Right here. That's from a mosh pit, though. It's alright.
Watch. I'm trying to work out what happened. So he's just being banged up against the boards, and then.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah, it looks like he should have.
Oh. What?
Well, that hit.
It is 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, there it was. The blade. He got the blade.
4-minute power play. Ooh. Right.
Yeah, when you bleed the double minors, there's a 4-minute. Even if they would have scored immediately off this draw, it would go down to a 2-minute power play. So it's great.
The thing is with it, I mean,
like a double power play.
So last game they had, I think they were 0 for 5, but they had 13 shots. They've got to get something here and work that round now. You don't get a much better opportunity than 4 minutes when you've got a man advantage. This is going to be your time now to, again, sort of just right the ship on the power play front, and you can be methodical. You don't need to be scrappy with it. You don't need to be firing all cylinders just yet. You've got 4 minutes to try and find that gap, and you know they're going to be sat back, so just kind of wait for it and see what happens.
I'm so happy that I follow that sect of Twitter that loves Robert Haig as much as I do. It just brightens my day.
No, I was so happy that I actually found somebody that appreciates Robert Hagg. I used to get bullied by my friends for that.
Oh, dude, and this is part of a bigger argument, but the people that poop on Robert Haig are typically the analytics guys who are like all about the optimization of the lineups and we need the best players. Da da da. It's like sometimes it's not the best players; it's the best players suited for that position. Mm-hmm. You need guys like Haig in the lineup. You do, you know. He laid 2 big hits. He's got an assist as well. So I mean, yeah, there's other players that obviously can do that, but he brings his own type of game to it. I think his outlet passes are good. I mean, we talked about it again, the podcast. Like Brandon Manning, when he played here for the Flyers, I thought his outlet passes were great, but he caught the same type of flack that Haig did because he wasn't the flashy, you know, I'm going to put up 40, 50 points a year. But you soak up minutes, play well enough that you're not allowing too many bad goals. I say too many, but Manning, I feel like, gave up 1 a game.
Yeah, part of the problem is people are kind of just looking for, kind of like, this is not a JVR defensive argument. I'm just saying they're looking for him to make that mistake. It's same with Go, same with JVR. They're waiting for that one mental lapse that any player could make when they
pounce.
So I think that's part of the problem. But this power play looks very
Alex.
So
when that's the biggest concern that you have is the play of our 6th defenseman, I'd say they're doing something right.
I thought they were going to sneak one there for a second. TK had a really nice... Oh, hit the bar! See, I don't have any audio, so I can't hear that, but that was a beautiful shot.
It was real close. It hit off the bar and went out of the rink.
Did it hit the bar? Okay, I thought it got deflected in front.
Now, as the Doctor Who of this stream, who's currently in the future, can confirm it hit the bar with the... Oh!
Oh, nice. Better hands than Aguilar.
Oh, nice wraparound attempt. So I got a buddy who's watching.
That was JVR. He might have got it.
True.
My
buddy's watching the game right now and listening to it. I've got the volume down for obvious reasons here. He texted me. He goes, "Dude, Milbury has to go."
Milbury, all right. My problem with Milbury is exactly what he said about the whole Tuukka Rask situation. Like, I already didn't like Milbury, but, like, when I saw that, I was just, okay, get him out of here, dude. Like, seriously. Like, he's out of touch.
Yeah. That's, you know, I spoke with, I believe, Frank, one of the followers on Twitter, and we talked about it, and he's like, your teammates aren't going to look at you the same after this, but at the very least, I think they'll understand. I mean, when it's family, and that's the reason why, especially given the circumstances, man, you can't question that. He's doing it for the health of his family, and that's that. And
2 little girls, right? 3 little girls?
Right, like, it doesn't sound like... It doesn't sound at all like it's one of those things where, okay, this doesn't feel like the playoffs, therefore I don't want to be here. It sounds like there's something going on at home, so let him deal with being at home. Like being a professional athlete is an absolute privilege that you earn with a lot of hard work, but, like, family comes first, I feel like. And I think that's fair for any occupation.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like what you guys saw at ESPN, the quote they used from like a week ago. It completely irrelevant to the reason why he left the bubble. I mean, I've worked in news, and I'm like, that's just absolutely irresponsible. All right, so power play, nothing.
But they looked aggressive though.
That's the big issue.
They got their chances, but they need to finish.
What was Montreal ranked in the top half for penalty kill this season?
19th, if I'm not mistaken. 78 point something.
Our power play is simply taking a hit then.
Our power play should be dominating this penalty kill.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing like how it was during the regular season. Ever since the season started, our penalty kill's been okay, and our power play has just been down the gutter.
Yeah. Now, Montreal's penalty kill played better against Pittsburgh. They killed off 14 of 17. Yeah, shameless plug. I wrote that article. But even then, it's like this is still a penalty kill that they should be taking advantage of. That too much talent on those power play lines.
Yeah, just checking in with the chat as well. Rick Camp says they've already done better than last game. Very true. Let's hope we won't jinx it. All right, Rick, if anything goes wrong now, it's your fault, and we will all shout at you very, very angrily. Simone says, go Philly. Welcome, Simone. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Dill says, what caused the 5-minute penalty? Essentially, it was a bit of a high stick that caused a bit of a wonky nose almost. I would have cried if that was me, but then again, it's not me. So was it Nate Thompson? Got it?
Nate Thompson.
Yeah.
And Nate Thompson bled, so there's a double minor.
If you guys are talking about the Walton trip, I think it was half momentum, and that's why he fell. I saw a couple people mention Steven gave a West, and Jared didn't know how to tripping. I felt got a West, and then I realized it looked like partially momentum. So I don't know because I don't know if I want them to call that, because then they're going to call that crap on us. So I don't know.
Yeah, see, I was reading the chat and I missed the first WEF call of the night. I'm livid. Absolutely livid.
I was this close to letting it out, and then I realized it was a 50-50 that I wish was called, should have been called, but then that would have showed how tight they were calling the game. So I also just got a text that my mom needs me to DD and go pick her up at intermission. So out at intermission.
Do not miss those texts.
Just looking back. I've just realised. Do we think I'm going to get another 5-minute shot of Derek Grant staring at a wall in the intermission? Because I really hope so. I didn't get that in the Sixers game.
Really, really jealous that you get those and I don't. I want to know what wall Derek Grant's looking at and how hard he's looking at that wall.
Oh, it was intense. It was,
That's the concept that I need.
If you don't get Derek Grant looking at a wall, you can get Derek Bob looking at a wall.
Just 5 minutes of Derek Grant.
Now, I honestly, just watching this game and watching the round robins and whatever you want to consider, I mean, I already kind of know the answer to this question, but how much do you think Braun playing with Ghost is different than Braun playing with Hag in the concept of how he plays his game? Like Braun, I mean. I do feel
it's completely different because
I think Braun, Oh, go ahead.
I think Braun and Hag have the same sort of game. They complement each other because they're both on the physical end. You're not going to see Braun keep up with any one of the fast players. So Braun and Gostisbehere, they kind of play like opposite games, and it works for one or two. But Braun's going to feel more at home with Hag than he's going to feel with Gostisbehere at any time.
Oh, they're showing.
Ghost takes the risks that Braun is going to have to make up for. So Ghost is out of position. He leaves his partner out to dry, and that's Braun. So there's a bit more comfort with Haig because Haig's a little bit more defensively responsible. Whether that's saying much in your opinion or not, so be it. But you run the risk of being left out to dry with a guy like Ghost because he takes many more offensive chances as opposed to Haig, who hangs back, is more defensively sound.
Yeah, and I saw somebody say if they put Ghost back in the lineup, then they need to pair him with Myers. And if that's the case, I really don't want Ghost playing then because I like the Sanhan Myers there.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
I don't know. Again, kind of like Liam said, I don't get paid the big bucks to make those decisions. So.
I don't imagine
none of us do.
I don't imagine the first two pairings of defense really ever changing unless it's an injury.
Defending the crease. There's a spark under these guys today. I like this.
I don't know if Tigre's here, but I don't have my dog, but I got the cat.
Oh, I'm not sure where he might be working. I'm not sure. It'll slip in at some point, bless him. He usually tends to. And it'll just shout at
my
us.
feet right now. Ghost is our Brian Campbell. What do you guys think? I'm collectively so I'm not very familiar with Brian Campbell.
Yeah,
He's
honestly.
for the Panthers, correct? Campbell played for the Panthers, or plays for the Panthers, if I'm not mistaken.
He's older though, isn't he?
He is. There's someone who can cover his defensive mistakes, and Braun isn't that guy. Yeah, so Michael, again, I'm not very familiar. Obviously I know Brian Campbell, but I'm not, I'm a Flyers guy.
I'm not very familiar in the style of play. Now, in the sense that Brian Campbell might be a depth defenseman, sure. But I don't know. But I don't know that because, again, I'm not really so centric about the Panthers, so I apologize on that.
Did he win it up with Chicago? Am I making that up?
Are you thinking Brian Bickle?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Pickle.
Yeah, because he had that great run after having like a subpar regular season. He outscored, I think, he tied Hossa for scoring, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought I remember him playing against us, very vaguely. But
Blackhawks mostly, okay.
Yeah.
Insanely offensive defenseman with some defensive liability. But, I mean, in that regard, yeah, because that's Ghost. He's incredibly talented on the offensive side of the puck, but his deficiencies on defense are just glaring because you could argue it's because there isn't the perfect pairing guy with him who can make up for that. But you can't just have a pairing like that that's going to go out there and, be successful night in and night out. Like, both your guys need to be pretty decent on defense, in my opinion.
And Brian Campbell played 83 games one year.
83
Got
games.
traded mid-year. That's kind of funny. Looking at his stats, I mean, like, his assists are out of amazing. Like, he's not much of a goal scorer, but he definitely piles up offensively. Especially back when, I feel like now we have much bigger resurgence of, these young defensemen that are, these speedy, offensive-minded guys. I don't really remember that growing up when I was little, that being a big thing. So it looks like he probably was a top defensive guy offensively back then. I say back then if it wasn't 10 years ago, but I know plus minus isn't the end all be all, but I mean doesn't look like it could have been that much of a defensive liability, depending on his plus minus, in comparison to Ghost at least.
Yeah, Ghost, his plus minus it's always been pretty much it's not always been, but for the most part, in most of the seasons in the AHL, he's been a negative.
Yeah, and it's not just an easy negative; it's a minus 20 type negative.
Guys,
yeah, it's
plus
a double
minus.
digit.
Come on, we don't judge players on plus minus here.
In that case, Alex Ovechkin's the worst player to ever play.
Right.
It's such a terrible stat. Good.
I don't think the plus minus is a terrible stat, but I do think it is an overrated stat.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like one of a precursor. It's someone that's gone, well, in a very simplistic way, if you're on the ice and you score, you're good. If you're on it and they don't score, you're bad. And it's like, well, yeah, the problem with that is every other player that's also on the ice, you could have the shift of your life and concede on someone else's error. That's,
That's why I like Corsi a lot. I know a lot of people don't like those deep analytics, but I really like Corsi, once I actually started to understand it.
Corsi,
I get it. Too broad, in my opinion. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's still a little too broad, but it looks like we're getting a call. But,
yeah, Flyers power play, yeah.
Nice. Another shit.
Connected
stats at plus minus.
Connected's getting chippy again. I love it. I'm a big fan of that.
That was Hayes that time.
Interference.
I think Kevin Hayes had a bit of a push as well.
Petrie. Yeah, interference on Petrie, and Hayes was like, no, I'm not doing that. Good. Sit down.
I love Kevin Hayes, honestly. He's honestly
He's
warmed
a
to me
shot
so
in the arm.
much.
He was a shot in the arm that this team needed.
Petrie's interference was that stick shot to Konechny, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so the
All
0
right,
for
boys.
1. Well, technically 0 for 2 if you want to count that as a double.
We can't keep
Yeah, that's what it says.
pooping the bed. One of these got to get through.
Now, are you guys a fan of the 2 defenseman, 3 forward power play, or are you a fan of the 4 forward, 1 defenseman power play?
I would go
First
4
unit-
because I'm an
First
idiot.
unit 4-1, second unit 3-2.
Okay.
I would
The
say
same mindset.
It depends on the personnel for me. So if you wanted to put your first power play as like Niskanen, Provorov, then the first line of forwards, I'm great with that. The second line should be, in my opinion, Gostisbehere when he's in the lineup,
Mm-hmm.
and then 4 other forwards. That was either that, or you can also argue that it would be probably Phil Myers. Like
Yeah,
that's probably where I would go with that.
I'd love to see Sanheim get some power play time. But that's tough considering how Provorov's been playing pretty well in the power play. And then again, you've got a guy like when Ghost, if he is in the lineup, you know, he's your power play ace because he's all offense.
Yeah.
But you know, if it's going to come at the expense of one of those guys, I'm not sure. Maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see.
I say we pull Carter Hart during the power play and go 0-6. Have 6 forwards, no defenseman, no goalie, 2 minutes. See what happens.
That sounds like worst case scenario, but
Oh no, that's my best case scenario. That's if we're 4-0 up and, you know.
you know what? Let's keep 4 forwards out there and then make the 1 defenseman Brian Elliott in someone else's gear.
Your boy saying that's cool.
Nice save.
Oh, hello.
Niskanen. Oh, here we go. Another tussle.
Shove him.
Dunno.
I'll tell you what, like, the shots are there. The opportunities are there. It's just the finishing. Right?
This was a big point of contention in last game. On the power play, they've got to get bodies in front of Price. They've got to screen it.
That's what I was literally waiting for the next pause. Like, why do we not, like, when you said Sanheim, like, put Sanheim out there just to legit stand in front of him, or Myers. Myers is like 6'5". Who cares if they're 1 for 22? Like, just stick him. He's literally 6'5", probably like, what, 225, 250, maybe that range somewhere? And he's huge.
Oh,
Oh, that was nice. There you go. Watching that replay, Wef.
we're going to chip it in. Okay. Nice, Thompson.
But do you feel like if you... Oh, sorry, my voice went there.
Way more comfortable.
Do you feel like if you do want to try and stack bodies in front of Price and block the goal, then that's where someone like Ghost would come in, because you could allow someone from range who's maybe a little bit more deadly to start firing them in with a bit more sort of zip on them. I know that's the worst hockey terminology in the world, but you get what I'm trying to sort of say.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even like with JVR, like, I honestly don't know if I saw him on that power play or not. I wasn't looking directly for him, but like, he's made his career out of being that guy. So I don't know why not put him on the first unit, just to try to spark something. I don't know. But again, I have no idea what I'm talking about in comparison to AV.
So what we've concluded in today's stream so far is that neither me nor Ricky have any idea what we're talking about.
In comparison to Vigneault,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
All right.
End of one. There we go.
The only thing I know what I'm talking about in comparison to Vigneault is like
Pork.
martini mix. That's it.
All right, I got a piece. I gotta go drive.
No worries, man. Thanks for coming on, Ricky. You're a star, mate.
All right. If depending on how I feel when I get back, or if she needs me to be a mom, I'll get back on.
No worries, man. Enjoy your evening, mate.
See ya.
Here. I'm going to go grab another drink, too.
Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. No worries. Right, so now's the moment of truth. This is what we've all been waiting for. Do I get to see Derek Grant staring at a wall? Oh, I've got an interview at the minute. There you go. If anyone wants to watch that, there you go. There's a little interview.
Yeah, obviously came out of the gates fine, and more or less same thing
My hand's really wobbly, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a one-goal game. Could have been more. How does that speak to the strength of the penalty kill?
Great. I mean, Luke's got those guys pretty dialed in right now, and obviously you got pricey teams.
You know, if you watch it when your computer's like kind of chopped to feed, it looks like your hand's really still.
Does it? Oh wow, thanks. What a compliment.
Yeah, like again, I don't have the best feed where I'm at, so your hand could be doing this, but I see like that. Like,
There we
just
go.
kind of, like here and there. So
Now we've got the ice with some lights on it for all the fans to look at. There we are. Liam, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sad am I about Lyle Taylor signing with Nottingham Forest? I hope he. I don't want to ever hope for injury for a player, but I hope he rides the bench for a year. Like for him to ditch Charlton and for his big move, his big life-changing move that he got our club relegated for was Nottingham Forest. It's not. It's snaky. It's very snaky. So yeah, I don't hold anything against him. Like I understand his decision, but I also hope he rides a bench and never scores another goal and then flops and everyone hates him because it's just not the type of player you want. Did I cry? Almost.
where's Pork? Pork has never left the building.
There we go. Have we got? Oh, there's Carter Hart looking at a wall this time. There you go.
Carter Hart does a really good job of looking at that.
Mate, I tell you what, he's giving that wall a right looking at. Look at that. He is giving that wall a look and a half. Oh, no, he's looking at the floor. Oh, okay.
Oh, he's a floor looker.
Yeah.
Too, I got you.
Now you got a Provorov looking at a wall. Oh, highlights now. Boo. Boo.
Our entire team is always contemplating something real heavy.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. Honestly, we might have the smartest team in the business.
T-Great, right, behave. Yeah, I commented on his Instagram and said thanks for the memories because it's sad. We know I'm a sucker for a toxic ex-girlfriend, alright? Look, it's a Liam thing. I'm going to say thanks for the memories and wish him well and then cry about him every night after. That's the way it goes. But T-Great, you did miss a pet watch. We've got Derek's dog that's sneaking into shot on the sofa at the minute. Ricky's cat was there, so no doggo today. But we are almost at 20 likes on the stream as well, guys. So I'm going to try and see what our record was for last stream. If we could beat that tonight, I might even give away another shirt. I'll say another shirt. Like, we've still got to give away one yet, and it's not looking good. But I'll see what our rough sort of target is. What our WUF target is. Where are we?
I'm just happy that Derek's dog is as comfortable as I am.
I know. So last
Very
stream,
happy about that.
we got 38 likes.
It's Derek's dog.
Let's pump it up. Let's pump it up.
Right?
All right. We need 18. Oh, there we go. 18 more to set a new record. Michael says, "How have I never seen this stream before?" Mate, that doesn't. All that matters is that you're one of us now. All right. There's no going back. You're one of the boys now. And we'll be here for hopefully the Sixers game tomorrow. Obviously all the rest of the Flyers games, a few Phillies ones, the Eagles watch-alongs. We did our NFL draft watch-along. I know Eric was on that. Was absolutely crazy. We had like over 1,000 likes on it. It was unreal. Mike, like and subscribe. What a hero you are, Mike. Absolute legend. Thank you for taking the time to do so, man. That's really kind of you. Justin says Flyers got those pre-poop intense stares. There's none on here at the minute, though. They're still showing highlights. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What, with the pre-poop stares?
I know stairs.
What's going on with the MLS game? It's not kicked off yet. That's interesting. The more you know. But interesting first period, though. It has
The
been...
Blackhawks are leading the Golden Knights with 4 minutes left, 2-1.
Doggo content. There we go. Love that.
Oh, Dog Bob.
Dog Bob. Oh, hey!
She talking much for you guys.
Oh, nice. Stay in the show, mate.
Playing there going, "Hi, I'm here," and then I was like, "Yeah."
She's like, why did my dad put me on this damn laptop?
She started talking about the power play and how it needs to be better, and we were like, wow, Derek's been keeping a hockey dog quiet this whole time.
I run a tight ship around here. Sully's first words are probably going to be like power play or
Just like,
damn it or something. I don't know.
He's going to wake up one day and go, puck's on net! And you're going to go, what?
Yes. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to like open up the curtains to wake him up and he's just going to go, Coots, there it is.
Right now.
That would just, I'd be so proud.
Mate, I will be. I'm excited for Sully Bob's future NHL career.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll be alright. I was decently athletic. I scored 6 goals in a floor hockey game one time.
Hey, what, in one game?
In one game.
There you go,
And,
see?
Wow, alright, do you guys know Justin Freeberg?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a little upset. Yeah, that he likes the dog more than me. Get it? Like, I totally understand. I like the dog more than I like myself, honestly. But no, yeah. 1 game, 6 goals, and that was like the peak hockey for me.
Love that. Talking of peak, oh, it's gone again. I'm only getting like 10 seconds worth of wall stare, and then we're back to highlights. We had Carter Hart, and we had Ivan Provorov, and now there's nothing, and I'm just heartbroken. Like, I don't want to watch the game. I want to watch players staring intensely at a wall. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, it would work for us because then Liam won't spoil it if the Flyers score.
Just the whole game. I'm like, I might be in the future, but minor quibble. Someone's staring at a wall.
Liam, can we work on a Flyers video teaser for next year where it's just a collection of players staring at the wall?
I thought you were going to compliment my last one, but somehow I think that's the better idea. Just a 5-minute montage to like Requiem for a Dream if you're going, da-da, no, just staring at a wall really intensely. That's all we need in life.
Yeah, and it says any wall, anywhere.
Any wall.
Anywhere, any wall.
Anytime, any wall.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tell you what, looking at some of these replays though, the ice is looking a little bit... Is choppy the word for the ice? A little bit. I'd say it looks more like a slush drink.
The ice conditions have been pretty much consistently bad the entire playoffs. That's something that everybody's been picking up. I think even casual watchers have been picking that up too. So, I mean, it's noticeable. But that's kind of to be expected when it's game after game after game. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, this is going to count no matter what ice they're playing on. So 1-0 on this ice surely beats 0-5 on good ice.
Bear with me 2 seconds. Someone's kicked off at another image that we've used of Danny Briere. That's fun. 2 seconds, guys.
So Michael, I am not surprised by the Islanders 3-0 on the Caps. I called the Caps being out, being the first Eastern Conference round robin team eliminated a few months ago when I did my predictions. And I think the Islanders will be a team that can likely be in the Eastern Conference Finals. So no, not at all surprised that they're up 3-0. Actually, I'd be more surprised if the Caps beat the Islanders being a top 4 seeded team.
The reason people don't really bet on the Islanders is because they're not the flashy pick. They play a boring style of hockey, but that style works really well.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is, yes, you nailed it on the head. The boring style of hockey works very well because, I mean, quite frankly, the Flyers do it too.
Yeah.
The Flyers have been very opportunistic this year, but we play a kind of a boring style, opportunistic style of hockey that's made Philadelphia kind of become a hockey town again tonight. So, you know, here we are, you know, number 1 seed, boring hockey, and you got the Islanders about to sweep a round robin team, crediting their boring hockey, but that's Barry Trotz hockey, and this is Alain Vigneault hockey. So. Simple and effective, I'll take over flashy and cool, but not as effective every time.
Yeah, John hates the Islanders. He lives in New York, and he feels like every neighbor he's got is an Islanders fan. So I've kind of developed that hatred towards them too, by association. But they just, man, and they've been the kryptonite to the Flyers for a couple years now, where the Flyers just can't solve them. And it's so frustrating because they should be able to, but man, it just gets so. Oh.
I swear, images do my head in. Honestly, such a nightmare.
It's good.
Well, no Alex tonight. No, I think she's working tonight. Actually, I'm really not sure.
I think we still need to get her in here.
Yeah, just even when she's at work.
So work's not important. Just this is what matters. This is the calmest that this dog has been all day.
Flyers are winning. Not a care in the world.
Oh yeah, she's like, I'm happy. Now when they start, if they let the lead slip away, you're gonna see her run in circles. But right now she's good.
Alright,
That would be a good time to brush your dog's teeth.
so second period, guys. What are we looking for going into this one?
You gotta keep the pedal to the metal. You gotta be the first team to score again. Much of what we just saw in the first period, I would like to see again in the second. But going back to the first two games of this series, the second period hasn't been great. Hasn't treated us well at all. Yeah, in the second period last game, we played catch up in the shots total, and that's fine and all. But we also led up to more goals, and Carter Hart was pulled in the second. The first game, the second period was the worst period of hockey that we had in that game, even though we, kind of won. Stole that win, if you will, because the Canadiens looked like they were going to come back in the third. What I'm looking for here is for the Flyers to be the first team to score again. It doesn't really matter when they do it, just that they do it. Or to hold them to, as long as we can hold the Canadiens off the board, because this could be a game where it's a 2-1 game, the way this is going. I mean, that Flyers goal wasn't the cleanest of goals, but it found its way in. So it's going to be a tough game. But as long as the Flyers can score first, I think that they'll have the best opportunity to make this a 2-1 series heading into the third. Can't be satisfied. You got to play a full game of hockey, and the Flyers are kind of suspect at that. They usually play 2 periods of hockey, not all 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if they're going to get more chances on the power play, they've got to put one in the back of the net. It's looking that way because Montreal's taken a couple penalties so far, and I think that if that trend continues, then the Flyers need to find a way to capitalize. If they get the power play going, this team's going to be as dangerous as we all thought they would be. They've got to weather the storm too. I mean, Montreal's coming out of the gate strong. So they've got to be able to not just weather the storm, but make sure that Montreal cannot get anything. They've got to make sure the puck stays out from behind Carter Hart, which I think he's doing a pretty good job of that so far. Last game was tough. A lot of those goals, it's tough to fault him for. But at the same rate, defense needs to help out as well. Forwards need to keep up the pressure. They need to keep the puck out of their own zone and in Montreal's zone. So if they can do that, I think that this game could be, I think they could put it further out of reach. Not that it's out of reach right now, but they could get it there by the end of this period.
Yeah, Justin says, will we see the first WEF of the game in the second period? I mean, it's likely. I mean, we've had a couple of near misses of the WEF so far, so fingers crossed, third time lucky, we'll be able to get around it and maybe sneak one in. But players are about to return on the ice, and now we've got Hallway. There you go. See? It's not quite wall images, but it's there. No players staring at a wall just yet. I'll keep you updated on the content that we're all clearly here for. But yeah, it's going to be intriguing. I think that the Flyers have just got to come. If they can get that second goal, that's going to help a lot. I think, regardless of how they do it, I'd love for it to come on a power play. But in a way, if they get, let's say another 2 power plays and still don't convert, there's always that underlying issue of like the more that tops up and they can't score, the more there's that background mentality of them not being able to do it. So fingers crossed they'll be able to sort that this time and get. I'd love to see a power play goal. That's what I'd really like to see.
Absolutely, power play goal would be awesome. It's been long overdue.
Yeah, definitely so. So players are returning to the ice at the moment.
Yeah, I just saw the final during that intermission of the Blackhawks and Vegas game. So Blackhawks keeping themselves alive with a 3-1 win, but Vegas leads the series 3-1.
Can I edit? Have I got to edit on my graphic now? I would, wouldn't I? Oh, I can't because it's already saved, damn it. Otherwise I would. I can pretend and add a number 1 if that helps. We'll do a very non-ESPN level, just add a little number 1. There we go, we're going to put that in.
Someone just tweeted out a photo with Charlie Puth and Mario next to each other. It is uncanny.
Really?
I had to add that. I can share my screen. No, maybe not. I won't do that. Never mind. Might have a tab up you guys don't want to see. But no, I'm just like surfing Twitter, looking at it. It's Flyers fans in DC, and they tweeted out the split screen with Charlie Puth and Mario. It's good.
Liam, you should be here. They're fake Jerry Jones. What's this? Day 1 ticket for you. Liam and his betting stream are some of the best parts of the watch-alongs. Hey, look, I'm just here bringing people the content they deserve, okay? And everyone has hockey. You guys deserve more than that. You deserve hockey players looking at walls intensely, and that is what we're here to do. But second period's about to get underway. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued to see how the Flyers come out of this. They got the start they wanted. The goal, again, was a little bit of a dodgy one. I mean, it would do wonders to just, send one in from deep and beat Carey Price that way. But realistically, I don't think that's going to happen for a little while yet until maybe fatigue sets in. But the puck has dropped and we're away again.
I want to know who's slandering Jerry Jones.
We'll say this, the Flyers are 3-0. The Flyers are 3-0 if I watch Shark Tank before the game. So there's that. I watched Shark Tank before this game.
That's the content we need, Eric.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Say, where's Calvin? Calvin's been replaced by Paisley.
Maybe we can do a Flyers. Maybe we can do a Flyers teaser video of just me watching Shark Tank.
Pre-game rituals. That'd be a good live chat. Pre-game rituals. What do we do before each game?
I just set up the stream and then find a betting one.
It's like, cook dinner, put the kid to bed, take the dog out, normal dad stuff. Yell at the neighbors for being too loud.
I'll get there at one point, but, until then, it's Shark Tank.
Sure, I've watched it before, but it's been a while. Ooh. Whoever kept that out, that was heading towards the back of the net. Someone indulge me here. What is gorilla gripping?
Oh no. Oh no.
Nope.
Basically, the story went, I said that Gorilla Grip... what was the context? I said, it looked like he had Gorilla Grips on him or something. On a holding, or something like that. Turns out I mean something very different in America than what it does here. And that became a thing. Yeah.
One of these things are not like the other.
Well, I am sorry I went down that rabbit hole.
Well, it was going to come eventually. I'm amazed it didn't come up sooner.
I get made fun of for being the boomer of PSN, but it just showed through so bright right there. Ooh. good spin move.
Yeah. That was what, Suzuki?
I think 14 Suzuki, or 13 Suzuki. No, 13's Domi. That was stupid.
Yeah, that was Suzuki.
Sorry, guys, trying to hold, another PR thing in the midst of the live stream. It never ends. It never ends.
I'm talking to another Flyers writer of ours, Chad, right now. I'm trying to get him to jump on the stream, have some fun with us.
Yeah, I was about to say, get him in here.
Yeah, we usually text back and forth during the games and stuff. We actually met out Friday night to talk a little bit. I say talk, we were out drinking. But regardless, I was like, you should come on some of the Flyer streams. He's like, I need to. He's like, I need to get on. Like, the links are in the chats, man. Like, come on in. It'll be fun.
It's
So,
definitely it's a nice change of pace. It really is.
So Ricky, at least, is talking with us here in the chat. Ricky, get back in here. Go on Urban Dictionary. Steve, it's been clarified. I'm pretty sure I have a grip on what that means.
He's got a firm understanding.
Oh God, this is what you all came here for, right?
Oh, it's never easy.
And now
Honestly,
Brian's
anyone.
here.
Fred says, "What's the hair?" Don't, mate. That's the least of my problems at the minute. I mean, like that. Gorilla gripping's a penalty. Oh God, I missed that. Brian's in, says, "I heard there's a free jersey giveaway." Right, Brian, you've got to do next goal scorer and correct score at the end of the game, and we'll give you a PSN shirt. All right, that's the deal. That's what we're going to be looking at. As I try and stop yet another PSN blow up, which is what you want to see. It's exactly what you want to see,
Ricky,
mate.
if your girlfriend hops into the stream, my girlfriend will too.
I'll bring my wife on if she does.
Liam will bring a bottle of wine on.
Oh, I've got one behind me, but I've not eaten today, and that wouldn't be a good look right now. So,
Finish it.
it's full. It's completely full.
Do it. Now.
I've already finished mine. This is why I look like the way I do.
Ricky had to clarify it was his girlfriend's hair, not your hair, Liam.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Had to make sure.
Yeah, his girlfriend won't come on because Liam's hair.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising. It wouldn't be surprising.
Is it an autographed PSN shirt? Yes, it's my autograph, Brian. I'm going to personally sign.
I'll sign it.
Wait, it's the Flyers team, not just me. It's the Flyers team. We're all signing it.
Brian, I'll sign it right on the collar.
Oh,
So you
why is
can't
it just...
hide it.
Basically,
It's
so
gonna be right here.
I'll actually write my name on the back of it like a jersey.
honestly, man, so basically, we used a photo from the image gallery that we use of Danny Briere.
Oh, that was.
Is it all good?
There was a couple of things right there that should have been ref calls.
I missed another wef. And this guy's just said it was his image, and he didn't know it was on the site. And I was like, well, we used it from there, so it's on there. And there's a lot of effing and jeffing, a lot of swearing, saying you're looking at a world of S, and you've got a lot of effing explaining to do. And I was like, well, we don't. It was on the website, so look at that. And he went, you'll be hearing from me. So I just replied, hopefully on more positive terms. And hopefully, that will be all right. Also,
I feel like I know the image you're talking about too.
yeah, it's the one of Briere from the other day in I think it was Ricky's article.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's literally been up for like 2 days, and he's just.
If it's
kicked
from
off.
the logs that we use,
Yeah, it's
like
not our problem.
that guy, you can throw a fit about it all you want, but legally, we're allowed to use it.
Yeah, exactly. We have access to that account, so.
So bring him on the live stream. Let's talk.
he's gonna probably be fuming. Like I can't be dealing with it.
We won't get monetized.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like he's very angry.
Money.
He CC'd his lawyer in the email as well, man. I've had enough of this for 1 year. Like I'm moving to Hawaii. I'm taking a break. Like this is stupid.
Is this lawyer Charlie Kelly? Does he do bird law?
No, it's a proper serious thing. Like it's just. Hang on. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a goal then, but no, not quite.
Where I got my car. Yeah.
We can look into it.
I know. Should I contact?
Yeah.
Just to see if it's available still?
Yeah, they could probably give you a read on how much our car's worth too. Sorry, we're talking about getting new cars because both my wife and I have little sedans. I have a Jetta and she has a Dodge Dart. And now with another member of the clan here, gonna need a bigger car. We went out on
Get a Subaru, man.
we're looking at a Jeep. What is it?
Compass.
The Compass.
Or the Trailhawk.
We're looking at the Jeep Compass Trailhawk, which I'm a fan
The
of.
only thing I'm worried about is the mileage.
But the gas mileage apparently is
It
pretty
says
rough.
22 miles per gallon per city.
22 miles city, that's good.
Isn't that good?
22 miles per gallon in the city's good.
I guess 30 is highway.
30 miles to the gallon on the highway, like that's good.
What's your budget?
I don't know.
Like, let's blink twice if that many, right?
We're not gonna want to be paying an arm and a leg, but like my car payment right now is
I'm trying to keep it 400 or under a month.
400 or under a month. My wife, straight from her mouth. I feel like that's definitely doable, especially if we trade one of our cars in. She wants me to trade my car in because my car is a 5-speed, and she wants me to take her car. But I love my car because
How much? Do you know how much you would roughly get back for yours?
my car would get more on a trade-in.
Less mileage. And
Yeah.
Because it's less mileage, and Jettas hold their value pretty well. So I think I'm SOL on this one. I'm gonna end up driving the Dodge Dart.
I was saying, like, I found a really good deal at CarMax. It was like 19.9 or 19.8 for a 2018 Subaru Forester that had like 27,000 miles on it.
Nice.
So, like, yeah, like if you could, like that seems to be a deal. Like if you can find that, which I saw there was a few that was about to get shipped to Delaware from Lancaster.
Oh, nice.
You might as well look. Yeah, hell yeah.
The one we're looking at now, the Compass that she had just pulled up, had 9,000 miles on it, and it was a 2019, and it was about 23. Yeah. So, I mean, not bad, so we'll see. I mean, I think this is really the first one we're kind of just, like, looking into, but, hey, we'll see. We've still got some looking to do.
Yeah, just
Kensington Pub.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know where
nice.
Kensington Pub is. It's not that far from where I am right now.
Get out. Nice.
Here's Robert.
that's awesome. Yeah, cheers to Robert. What a guy, man. Just a shout to Ricky as well, mate. Don't panic. It was an image I chose. I was going to choose a player, and I chose a Briere one, so that's probably on me for doing that. So it was nothing you did, mate. I think I took that image out there anyway. It was just a headline one, so please don't beat yourself up. It was a Liam thing, but one I thought we had the rights to use at least under that login. So we'll see. We'll see what happens and how hard he bites back and how many lines of crack I'm going to need to be homeless in the space of a week. But it'll be good. Everything's fine. Actually, in the game, though, 12 minutes 51 to go. Little stoppage in play there. I mean, the Flyers have looked relatively calm. I mean, I was expecting, if anything, a little bit more fire from the Canadiens. And outside of a couple opportunities, hasn't really been that much from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think it's been about pretty neutral this period. I don't think anybody's really gotten the upper hand on each other.
Montreal's starting to look frustrated too, and the Flyers, I think, have them playing a style of game they're not accustomed to. Exactly.
It's down in company.
That's what we saw with Boston during the round robin. If you can get a team frustrated, that's not going to be a one-game thing. That's going to be a multiple-game thing. So, yeah, if Philadelphia can get Montreal frustrated and leave with a win tonight, I mean, Game 4 sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
which will be a 3 o'clock game again on Tuesday.
I hate 3 o'clock games. I absolutely hate them.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay for me because that's 8 p.m. my time.
Any effect on these bubble teams?
See, I work until 3:30, so
gotcha.
I either have to leave early and make up the hours some other day, or I miss like a half hour to an hour of it, which, you know, I missed the first period. So in the grand scheme of things, it's like, oh, no big deal, but
yeah,
I don't want to miss a second.
I mean, I'll be available for that game on Tuesday. It's like one. I am off Friday as well, but besides that, yeah, Tuesday I'll be available. Hopefully, well, yeah, I don't know what time the time the game is after Tuesday. Sure, it'll be on like Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I think it alternates every other game. It's 3-8, 3-8.
Okay.
I think. I'm not 100% positive, but I think that's how it works. Mike's got a good point, though. The 3 o'clock games, the ice is fresher.
That's a good point, yeah.
It's fair.
He said, stop all that. Let me fire's over and you'll be okay.
Oh,
Go ahead. I'm probably a lot of people at school tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, if the Flyers are undefeated at 8 o'clock, I just say, you know, make the ice as bad as possible and let them go for it.
Yeah. I mean,
they get the Vikings. I mean, and they're winning it right now.
whatever works. That's all. I don't care if they're playing on water.
I was about to say, like, let them play on concrete. Let's go.
Yeah. If they can run faster than the other guys, then even better. So what happened? Okay. Oh, good feed by Giroux. And Sherratt going after Couturier. They took a whack at his skates there, too. Huh. Yeah, I feel like they definitely have them on their heels. I don't think Justin liked our car buying talk.
Justin, do you want to buy a new car? I'll help you out.
You ever seen the movie, what is it, The Goods?
Yeah.
Oh, that
I was
cracks me
thinking
up.
about that the other day. Like, each time I walk into a car dealership to buy a car, I think there's going to be a guy with like an 8-gallon hat coming out with, like, you know, the tow pads or whatever it is on the front.
What's the guy's name? Don Reddy or whatever? Hi, I'm Don Reddy. Let's get you into a car.
And like, none of the car parts look that good. It's just all like $3,000 for this beater. I'm like, great, let's do it.
The one car literally just makes it off the lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's off the lot, not our problem anymore. One more year on a lease. Flyers Watchalong has now become car buying advice and talk.
It's real. See, this is what you come for. You come for hockey content, and we actually did a lot better this show than we did our first one. First one was kind of chaotic, but yeah, you come for the hockey. We give you the hockey, and we also help you with life, like buying cars.
We're here for you.
It's well rounded. Yeah.
So got a replay there of that Tyler Pitlick hit on the boards.
Ooh. Nice hit.
Yeah, they're leading
Nice.
21 hits to 12.
Put him into the boards, man. Oh, Tyler Pitlick's mom follows me on Twitter. There's that.
Right, behave
Mark
yourself.
Friedman's mom just
That's-
followed
that's-
us today. On the podcast.
I wasn't expecting that from Tyler Pitlick's mom, but
Hey.
wait, but you said Mark Freeman's mom was on your podcast? Sorry.
No, Mark Friedman's mom followed the podcast account today. It was funny because, like, you see the last name, and I'm just like, it's got to be some type of relation. But then I'm looking through a couple tweets, and she replied to one of Mark Friedman's tweets about, like, March Madness. And she goes, "Yeah, it's my birthday." And Mark Friedman replied and goes, "Not yet, mother." So I was like, okay, that's definitely Mark Friedman's mom. Ooh, loved it. Oh, there we go. Come on.
I tell you what, it'd be amazing if they were a man down and scored then.
Okay.
Good chance. Couturier back to Provorov. No, I didn't realize Niskanen took a penalty there.
When that 2-on-1 happened, I was like, man, let one of them be Hayes, please. But it wasn't.
That's as good as a goal. If it's Hayes there.
Yeah.
So Robert, our buddy from Kensington Pub, just said if Hextall would have let them play sooner, I'm assuming is what he meant to say, he would have a job still. Maybe that's something for the intermission, but that's an interesting talking point here.
See, part of me still thinks that it was completely because Hextall didn't let go of Hackstall. Like, he was basically forced that hand. So when Hackstall left, Hextall had to go with him. Like, that's... Yeah. It had a lot to do with the front office more than, just letting the players play.
I think Hackstall was definitely a sticking point for sure.
Yeah, and I think, clearly, like, you would be ridiculous to say that, this team has nothing to do with Hextall, because it absolutely does. Like, this is a Hextall team. It's just unfortunate that Hextall's not here to reap the benefits of his own work.
Yeah. Now,
but Fletcher, for what it's worth, I think Fletcher's done a pretty good job.
I agree. Now, Rose Smith said Hextall was poison in his interpersonal relationships. I can't speak to that, but I know that Hextall ran a very tight ship. Think about it. When we had injuries this year, or even the second half of last year, with Fletcher and Hextall not in as a coach, Grant just took a penalty. Crap.
Yeah, Grant took the penalty. So what happened was Hart tried to clear the puck and it went into the bench, and it was a delay game.
Okay. Gotcha. But,
penalty, man.
Hextall ran that tight ship. Think about all the injuries that would happen, and all we would hear about is lower body injury, upper body injury. Never, larceny. That was a hell of a save.
Yeah, that was destined for the top corner as well.
Good, yeah. Suzuki just rocket. Kind of right into his glove, but regardless. There's a lot of transparency now as opposed to the Hextall regime, which I like. As journalists, we appreciate that because that gives us more to talk about and more confirmed information that we're allowed to talk about, you could say, instead of speculating. Hextall put the pieces in place, and now Fletcher's playing. So Fletcher wouldn't be as successful as he's been so far without the moves that Hextall made, but Fletcher has also added pieces that we see clearly has helped this team. So it's tough. Fletcher wouldn't necessarily be in the spot that he's in without the young talent that Hextall drafted, but at the same rate, he's made his own moves that has really worked out for the Flyers. Niskanen and Braun both, not so much Braun as opposed to Niskanen. Braun's been okay, but Niskanen has been great for Provorov. Bringing in Pitlick, Thompson and Grant at the deadline, Hayes even trading for the exclusive negotiating rights. Like those are big moves. Mm-hmm. And look at how they paid off for him so far.
Yeah, it's definitely been the difference between the two. I think we spoke about it on the other stream as well. Of like there was that initial concern when AV came in and how he'd judge the youth development and would they end up signing a bunch of veterans or would they lean more on the youth because of the way the roster's set out. And they've only done good things. There's another call here. Have I got audio for this? Hang on. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, 4-on-4. There you go. They needed that big time.
Nice. So they'll get about a minute 38. Looks like on the power play after this next 22 seconds are up. Joel Armia. Yeah,
he had that rookie goal off of Goss's Bears skate.
Yeah, the one that they pulled hard right after.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man, these penalties, if the Flyers start making Montreal pay for these penalties that they're taking, this series is going to be over in short order. But they're not. And that's the big thing that's allowing Montreal to stay in this series is the fact that it's either the penalty kill's much better than we thought or the Flyers' power play just sucks right now. And I think, honestly, it's the fact that the power play sucks.
Yeah, I mean, they're 0 for 3 tonight and had 4 shots. It conveniently flashed up on my screen now a little bit in the future. So, yeah, not been an ideal day at the office. Again, coming from last game as well, where they were 0 for 5 and 13 shots. They've had more shots and less opportunities, but one of them was a double. So let's factor that in, essentially, which gives you more leverage. It's not been just a great run for this power play. And again, like I was saying before, the more this happens, the more it's going to build up, the more pressure's going to add to them, and it becomes like a mental thing. Like they know they've got all the talent in the world to do it, but the longer they go on without scoring, the tougher it's going to be to break that deadlock.
Now they've gone 6 games was the longest dry spell that they've had without a power play goal during the regular season. After that 6th game, they went on, if I'm not mistaken, an absolute tear, because I think that was part of the piece that I wrote. So, I mean, this is right here. This is game 6. So if they go scoreless on the power play today, I mean, you run by the stats here, but, like, they should really start hitting the ground on the power play.
The Flyers had a power play goal in game 1.
Mm.
Oh, they did. I'm sorry. I'm mistaken then. They did.
Oh, wow.
Flyers had a power play goal in game 1.
Montreal's got a 2-on-1. Ooh, wide. Nice. Making Hart's job easy. Ooh. Come on, guys.
Still wondering if they're gripping the sticks too tightly. I mean, I guess you could say they're gorilla gripping them, but let's not, go down that road.
You said it, not us.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's become a key part of the stream, I think, at this point, for all the wrong reasons.
My ignorance.
Oh, that one out. That was...
Good job by JVR there, bringing it into the zone, avoiding it offsides.
I'm still impressed with Provy making that slide from before, though. Like on that 2-on-1, just to take away the outside angle.
Yep. They just showed it on the replay here for the local stream. That was a great play. I feel he's gotten so much smarter, I guess you could say, and he's learned so much from Niskanen, I think. And it's really encouraging to see him really round out his game. Not that it wasn't rounded out to begin with, but it refined, I guess, is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. Oh, the stream's gone. There we go. Oh, it's just looking back at some of those replays where they've got the power plays at the moment, and it's just annoying. It's because like any other opponent, any other game, you'd maybe get 2 or 3 goals on those opportunities that they're creating, and they're just not sinking them. They're just not finding that little bit of golden luck needed right now. And all it's going to take is one little 2-on-1 like we saw there with Suzuki. I mean, that's his second very close opportunity he's had today. All it's going to take is one to level this thing up. And the Flyers need that second goal.
Yeah, they do. I have to get going.
No worries,
I've
man.
got duties to attend to, but it was always a blast, as always. Thank you guys for having me on. Hopefully with the next game I can hop on and have some fun with it again.
No, pleasure's all mine, man. I appreciate you hopping on and bringing the doggo content and the Bobby Hay shirt. It's been a blast, man.
Absolutely, man. It was great talking with you guys. Have a great rest of your night.
You too, man. Talk to you soon.
Take care, man.
See you guys.
Michael says, I think Proby just seems so confident when he has off games. I think Niski really helps him bounce back. Great vet for the team. Yeah, I think the addition of Niskanen's been imperative to his growth. He spoke about it before, didn't he, in a press conference about their relationship and how important it's been. I mean, not just the importance of Niskanen on Provorov, but I think the importance of Provorov on Niskanen. Like, it goes both ways, and both of them have seemed to help each other so much.
Yeah, relatively recently, I want to say probably even today, I think I was on a little bit of research and I saw an article that was centered around Niskanen's approach to being on the first pairing with Provorov and his playoff experience that he has, just even with the Capitals and things like that. Like with Niskanen and with Provorov, the Flyers are a team that's built to come back after a poor performance, like a 5-0 loss. So having that sort of playoff experience, this team is relatively cool and collected tonight. You have to go all the way back to January, early January. I believe it's January 7th. That was the date that the Flyers lost a consecutive game, like the last time they lost a consecutive game. So that's why when I was doing a preview piece, I'm like, yeah, there's no way the Flyers lose tonight. And then, you saw all the energy that kind of came with Oscar Lindblom skating, so I doubled down on it. Yeah,
no, you begin really to see that kind of snowball effect for the players. And with 4 minutes to go in the second, like, all it took was a little bit of energy from Provorov, and it's going to energise the guys around him. Like someone like a Bobby Haig or a Gostis Bear that's going to see that kind of defensive effort, and hopefully even a Justin Braun just inspire that play across the board. But Montreal were definitely picking up the tempo in these last few moments.
I think a player went down. I think there's a player that went down and he's left the ice.
What, a Flyer or a Canadian?
I don't see who it was, but there was somebody that went down. It's almost similar to Konechny last game.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a nice little move through the... Oh, hello.
We'll see. I'm sure that'll be there later.
I'll tell you what, Kevin Hayes' stick, like his handling is so good.
Hart's been incredible tonight. I will say, I think the Flyers have, in the later part of the second, they've played a little bit on their heels, but it's not enough for me to sit there and really say that the Canadiens have a huge advantage right now.
Yeah, they've got to do something to put up that
Price makes these saves. A lot of the times he's just laying down and, it happens to be there. This game could be easily a lot more high scoring than what it is. I mean, it could be, like that Dallas and Calgary game earlier. It could be a 4-4 game right now.
No, 100%. Oh, mate, it's not been a slightly higher scoring one. I was expecting some fireworks here, and I think both goaltenders have had a really good game.
Yeah, that's kind of where my mindset was before this series started. I thought this was going to be very much focused on Carter Hart versus Carey Price in nets, and the defense. Clearly, this game, everybody was kind of clamoring to get Robert Hagg back in the lineup, and I think that's helped pay dividends pretty well as far as well, kind of what Derek was speaking about earlier is kind of addressing the defensive aspect of the game versus a two-way defensive kind of aspect that Gossip brings to the table. It's kind of changed my mood a little bit because when we were bringing up that topic earlier about who would Hag play with, who would he benefit playing with a little bit more in that third pairing. I think tonight the defense has actually benefited from a Braun and Hag pairing versus maybe the Hag and Gossip one I thought they were going to start with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Jared says, where was his energy last game? And he's ready to go to pop into the stream. Well, we'll have a look going into the third period, mate. We'll have a look. It's a very relaxed vibe tonight for sure. Definitely a bit of a change of pace. But yeah, Mike says his stick handling under pressure, especially on PKs, is so clean. He is like the Lionel Messi of the hockey world. It's really fun to watch Hayes at work, man. Like I've been very vocal in my love for him since he joined the team. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. But with 2:47 left in the second period, I think Carter Hart's had a very nice rebound period. He looked so good. There were a couple of wobbles in that first one, like we almost lost the puck, and then I think they hit the bar twice. But he's looked a lot better this period, a lot more stable and kind of just cool under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would, at this rate so far, I would say Carter Hart's the player of the game.
Followed
by probably Voracek, since he would technically have the game winner right now. And I don't know after that. The third star of the game that can go to. Oh man, that's a tough one to pick.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was close. I just give another star to Carter Hart really after that. I mean, that was a little bit tense.
Yeah, like he's definitely the first star of the game. There's no way around that.
There we go. Price the third star. Hey, I wouldn't be against it. Prove. Yeah, I think Jared's got a point there. Robert says we need one more strong skater, offensive player. Hopefully Frost can be that guy. Our top five forwards are monsters on defense. We're built to beat Pittsburgh. Clearly, I'm happy with this season. Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be the other tricky debate, isn't it? Is like, what is the element of like, all right, we could be happy looking back at this season. Like, is it getting through to the semi-finals, the finals? Like, what point is it that Flyers fans can look back if they do get knocked out where we can go, all right, do you know what? That was a big step forward. Or have we already hit that?
In my opinion, we've hit that, but it's mostly because when you look at last season, there was no real reason to think the Flyers would have been, a number one seed playoff team. And I know this circumstance is a little bit different, but I think that the team has already improved as a number 4 seed. Just before this whole coronavirus shortened season. Really, the Philadelphia Flyers were an elite team in the whole NHL. So this whole season has been a big improvement from last year. But as far as a playoff run, knowing what we have now before this all started, Eastern Conference Finals appearance is kind of what I had them pegged at, and I would call that successful. But the more I watch this team, the more I get these the more I get this special kind of 2017 feeling with the Eagles. So I would love a Stanley Cup appearance.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I mean, the physicality's there now. TK just absolutely unloaded then.
That's what needed to happen earlier on. And game 2, if they're willing to just go down and drive through the crease, make them think twice next time. I mean, lacrosse and hockey are kind of one and the same in that aspect where that's where the action's going to be, shooting and hitting. So make sure you hit them first if you're on defense.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that tonight.
Yeah, I love the support there for TK. That was unreal. Like, that might be the moment of the game, to be honest, so far for me. Like, that was, you could see that building, like the Flyers getting a bit chippier and then just bang.
was thinking that Konechny probably would have been a third star between him and Robert Hagg.
Yeah. Tough call. Flyers look good now. Tough to really nail down one key addition. Yeah, it's. I'm hoping they can keep this up though. We've got. Well, it's third period now, isn't it? That's the end of the second.
End of the second, one more left, 1-0 lead. It's a tight game. This is what do you call it? What do you call it when it's the final 10 minutes of a
squeaky bum time.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt for the past period, but we got one more left. We got 20 more minutes of that left.
Now, squeaky bum time. It's do you know what? It sucks. It's a narrow lead. Like, they've had chances to make this a 2-3-0 game. And a lot of them have come on the power play, which directly correlates to this is why they need that power play to keep firing, because they're not going to be able to find goals at even strength against Carey Price in this series.
Yeah, I think the Flyers have been a little bit too conservative, especially when they have a man advantage. I will need water. But, yeah, they've been a little bit conservative when they have the man advantage, playing in the neutral zone and not really pressing as much. If you can work the outside and perimeter, like the blue line, maybe even a winger and one winger and include the blue line, put that shot on net and then let that center make that presence around the crease. Like that's what needs to happen more often. I've seen more passing when they should be shooting, and that's quite bothersome when you only have one power play goal throughout the entire playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what are you feeling, chat, after that second period? Like, more confident or less confident than the first one? Robert says Giroux and Coops do so much to neutralise the opposite forwards that they could get a star too, but forwards get stars for points.
Yeah.
Defensively, they were gold though. Squeaky bum time me the entire third, Justin. Absolutely. Should we bring Jared on? Do you reckon, Eric? My voice getting really high.
I would love him to come on. Jared, come on in. But yeah, so speaking about that first line of Giroux, Voracek, and Couturier neutralizing the better players of the Montreal Canadiens, that's a huge help. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but they haven't scored, they haven't found their way in the point sheet, they haven't contributed. Yeah, that's fine. If they're going to, marginalize and neutralize the other team and, what goals that their starting players can put up, and if the one goal is going to work through 2 periods, maybe even 3, well, if it works through that 3, this is it. This is all we need. We're up in the series again. So, I mean, quite frankly, they're doing their job. Of course, you would like to see Giroux come in with a goal or an assist. But I'm never going to sit there and say, hey, they're not doing that well. They're not, getting on the point board. Sometimes this defense and this neutralizing the other team makes more sense.
Do you know what? Right, I've had a change of art. Do you know what? I DM'd it to Jared and Justin was like, no invite for me. And I was like, nah, do you know what? I'm putting in the chat. Let's bring everyone. Let's bring on as many as we. Let's have a full-on group, full send. All right. As long as you aren't, going to act up and be mean and horrible. Let's bring you all on, and let's see how much fun we can have. I mean, it's just Jared's commandeering the happy hour, and he's going to have Justin and the Union guys on. He's got the jersey. Is that a Giroux jersey? Is that the third one of the night? Oh, third one of the night. Love to see it.
Got the flag up?
Did you have to replace them each game? Do you just have a rotation of which one goes up?
So normally if I'm on stream with somebody, if I'm doing whenever I do something union related, I'm just hanging up over this one. Plus, don't really want to be flying this flag today after that result.
That's fair.
Is that a Man U flag?
Yeah, it is. Not a great day for us.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned that. Oh dear.
It's fine, the next season's right around the corner.
True.
So
it was just a decision to bring on just bringing on Fosu Mensah right at the end was the most bizarre thing. But it could always be worse.
It could. We could be Barcelona.
Or Charlton. And you could almost not have a club anymore. So hey.
to talk about hockey tonight. We're not here to talk about Manchester United. They don't matter tonight.
No, it's all about the Flyers trying to save our sanity, trying to save the sanity.
Yeah, but like I said in the chat, like that was definitely a good second period. I like the energy. I still think there's one more goal in this game.
Yeah, Robert just
hopefully
says.
It's us because I don't know if I want to deal with overtime tonight.
Yeah, Robert says I'm signing off. Cheers, fellas. I'm going 3-1 so I can win some money. Oh, I love that, Robert. If you got some stonks on that, I'm expecting you to buy the whole PSN merch library, depending on how much you win. Right, that's the deal. Steve says at least you're not a Charlton fan. Yeah, I agree, unfortunately. And Joseph says, what's up? I'm on a weight loss journey. If you'd like to see my progress. Now, Joseph, I can't tell if that's a spam account or not. But good luck on your weight loss journey. I think that's all I can kind of say, really, isn't it? Outside of that. But proud of you to go on and declare it to the world. And that's not the easiest thing to do. So, yeah, fair play to you, man. Big stonks. As we wait. So, Mike says getting over some sort of stomach bug. But if Tuesday the link's in the chat, we'll definitely be joining. Absolutely, mate. We'll try and make it a thing. It depends how many people we have. Like if we've got 5, it's hard to bring more people in when that'd be an absolute chaos. Whereas like a little light stream, we can bring a few more of you on board. So yeah, absolutely, Mike. I appreciate you subscribing as well, mate. We should have a lot of stuff coming Eagles content-wise over the next few days. Especially with training camp now being open to the media again, which makes my job a little bit easier, providing I don't get sued for some stupid image thing where this photographer's kicked off for no reason. So, you know, outside of that, everything's fine. Just another day in the life of, of me, I suppose. But it's all good. So what are we expecting in the third period, guys? Obviously, it's been a topsy-turvy game so far, to say the least. There's been a lot of positives, but a few concerns that have lingered for a couple of games now. Like, what's going to be the thing to put the nail in the coffin for the Flyers here?
The Flyers got to play the same sort of defense that they have been playing. They got to make sure that, you know, I still like to see that second goal, that insurance marker. I think from what I've been able to tell from the first 2 games against against these Canadiens, is that the Canadiens they kind of turn it on in the last 10 minutes. Like we give scoring chances, and this is last 10 minutes of really any period. We'll give scoring chances. We've been bailed out by the crossbar a couple times tonight. So, like I said, kind of in a second, if the Flyers can find that one insurance goal and sort of play as they have been so far, I think that's enough to get out of here with a win.
I just want to give a shout. Sorry, mate, go on.
No, you're good. I honestly would expect to see at least one fight in this game. Like they've been kind of beating around the bush, and I'm really confident there's gonna be at least one fight, and I think that's gonna like. I'm hoping it's one that, like, I feel like it's one that can kind of, like, change the game. Like, if the Flyers win, it's just like, okay, like, we got that extra energy now. Like, we want to fight. We can push to the ends. Whereas if Montreal wins, you know, then, like, they're like, it's like, all right, boys, let's go. Like, let's go. Like, we got this. So I definitely think a fight could be a turning point in this game.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Chariot might fight somebody.
Justin, I don't think there's a password. You should just be able to click the link and join. If there is, let me know. I'll try and find it in the chat for you. Robert.
Yeah, he sent me a screenshot.
Oh my! Whoa, guys, stop with! I'm gonna cry in a minute. Let's not, you know. So Robert's donated $20, and then Michael's donated 20 as well. Guys, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to. Thank you so much. Like for us, the biggest thing is just having a community to watch the game together, have a laugh while doing it, and bring a more internet experience, because like we see writers all the time that put content out, or a podcast, it's very much on a pedestal of like us giving you things. Like we'd rather build a show with you, and now we have little jokes like gorilla grips and the dogs and the staring at a wall, and we have a blast, and that's what we want to be. We want to just bring you guys on this journey with us, and the fact that A, you like it enough to stick around, and B, that you'd even think of donating, let alone that much, is unreal. So just a massive thank you from everyone at PSN at a time like this when I know financially it's a little unstable for a lot of people, to actually like send that kind of money. It helps us a lot, and it just means a lot. Like, thank you so much, guys. You are unreal. The password might be, bear with me, Let me grab it. Okay,
No,
right.
I didn't have a password, but he sent me a screenshot that he needed one.
Okay, so if you need a password, that's the password, alright? There you go. Bring everyone on.
Oh boy.
This is where the stream randomly gets like 3,000 views and the Zoom just like gradually expands into this utter... Yeah. No. We'll see. We could get some people on. Very cool.
And you said this was a chill one.
I know. Well, appreciate the warm welcome. Oh, Mike, you're a star, man. Well, hopefully, yeah, if you're an Eagles fan, hopefully this will be the place. PhillySportsNetwork.com. You can get content from me and Eric and maybe Jared one day. Who knows? You never know. For all things Flyers, like we have credentials, so we're normally at the home games. We get the transcripts and stuff. So we just want to bring you as close as we can to the action. Oh, here come the cavalry. Right, here we go.
Oh boy.
Hey, we got Ross. There we go. And hey, here we go. We got Justin. Awesome. How you doing, guys?
Can't complain too much. Flyers are winning, so.
It's alright. Nice little commute. Look at this. Nice little cozy Sunday night in now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Ross, if you mute the stream so there's no overlap, and then you can chat with us as well then, and you're part of the stream that way, mate. I said, mate, I'm so English. Honestly, I need to... There we go.
Honestly, your English is all rubbing off on me.
Is it? I've noticed a lot of our writers keep saying the word lads now. It's alright, lads? And I'm like, oh, sorry. My bad.
Oh, Kemp donated.
Oh, whoa. Oh, my God. Unreal. Kemp. Bless you, mate. We love Ollie Kemp. Kemp, put your Twitch in the chat. I think Kemp might be coming on the stream. I know he's hosting something on Twitch at the moment. But
Shuey, that's an interesting thought.
no, because I've only got a bottle of wine and I've not eaten anything. That would go so bad.
Okay, guys, ready to sweat?
Oh, hello. Whoa, random advert playing. That's not good.
I'll turn this around so you can.
Oh, he's got an Eagles flag. Love that from Ross.
So that closet there is nothing but Eagles jerseys.
That's
You can't
awesome.
see it, but that's nothing but Eagles jerseys in that closet.
That's it.
Nice.
Rate that from Ross. Love that, man.
And the donators are begging for a Shuey.
Stop donating for shit. We're not doing a shoey. Phil's donated a $5. Oh, bless him. We love Phil. T-Gray says, what's happened is all of the Twitch audience have found the YouTube stream. Oh, no. The Twitch audience have found the YouTube stream, and now this is going to end up in absolute chaos, and I don't know how I feel about this.
They're all asking how we did on turn.
Alright.
If they win, I'll consider it, but a wine shoey might be suicide, considering I've got to walk home after this.
I was gonna say, yeah, Liam, the wine shoey might be a tough walk.
Yeah, I'm already a little bit hungover today. I don't want to risk it too much, but if the stream decides, who knows? In terms of wall watching content, nothing to speak of right now. Unfortunately, it is just a view of the rink, so you haven't had any wall staring content today. I'm utterly disgusted. I'm making a formal complaint to the NHL. We need more footage of players staring at walls. I mean, it's as close as we'll get right now.
You want to talk about?
There we go.
About boring content. Here's the Nashville game. Nashville FC Dallas.
Oh, I was gonna say, what's happened with that? Is it rain delay? Oh.
You can actually see that now.
Oh, nice.
That's Eagles jerseys and Flyers jerseys.
That's an eclectic collection. I rate that. That's strong. I need to get more. I need more. What jersey are you wearing at the minute, Ross? What have you got on at the moment?
This is G from the 2010 playoffs.
Nice. Very apt. Love that. That's it. We've had a streak of Giroud jerseys tonight. I think we're, 4 for 4? Me, Ross, Jared, Ricky. I mean, Eric's the only one bucking the trend, and I think Derek had a Leclerc one. I think. Steele and
My closet's full of mostly soccer jerseys. I think.
Yeah.
Almost 30 now.
Really?
Yes. It's and I bought at least 15 in quarantine. It's been a bit of a problem.
It's because it's a sale. There's always a sale at this time of year as well, and they get so cheap. You end up with like some obscure Brondby practice shirt for like £12. Oh, nice.
Or Or
On-
Liam, you have people like Jared corrupting you with more links.
Yeah. It never ends. It's an addiction.
Justin, what do you mean, man? What am I corrupting him with more links?
You know it's like my only vice, and you feed into it more.
Just a big shout to Phil as well. I don't think I ever formally said thank you. I know he's done it to try and get me to do a shiwi, but I love Phil FM. What a legend he is. Top FM streamer. Margaret says I'm wearing a Pro V Winter Classic. Ooh, that's saucy though. Pro V jersey's a shout. I like that. He says should have worn the G.
That's the one I had. The Canadian series.
Do you think if we all wear a Giroud jersey at once, he'll score? Because, I mean, like, we've got a lot of us, and he's kind of come close. Like, surely there's got to be some justice in the world somewhere, right?
We can try that Tuesday.
Yeah? We'll try it Tuesday. All right, we'll try it Tuesday, then. We'll all wear Giroud jerseys. Or player wall content.
I could pull out my my Raffle Winter Classic from before he even made the team because China.
Goes China.
So I had issues with G for a little while, but Vigneault straightened him out. And we had 2 years worth of him one-arming shit at the blue line and giving stuff up. It just killed me. But
yeah,
that's what I love about Vigneault. He somehow got G and Voracek and those guys to buy in. So
yeah,
I mean, people forget he's taken both the teams he's coached to a Stanley Cup final. Like his track record is pretty good.
He took Vancouver, and I also believe it was New York.
Yeah, like his track record's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, he's a hell of a coach. He's
made the playoffs most of the times he's been in the league, as far as I'm aware. Like his playoff record is pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm stunned he hasn't won.
Jack Adams Award finalist.
I'm stunned he hasn't won yet, like a Stanley Cup. Like he's gone to the finals and then the round before it, I think twice.
I mean, Liam, 2011, I think the city of Vancouver definitely remembers.
Yeah.
It, that sting.
But it's mad because he's only coached in big markets, hasn't he? I mean, like Vancouver's as close as it's an original six, isn't it? Or is it as close to? Is it not?
No, they're like 70s or early 80s.
My bad. But but in terms of like hockey cities, like Vancouver's up there. You've got New York Rangers are as big as it probably gets, and then
I'd say Rangers are definitely an original six.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely a huge market.
And I remember
somebody was saying earlier about the feel about the 2017 stuff with the Eagles, and that was all about everybody listening and buying into Doug. Right? When everybody trusts the coach, even when the coach's decision doesn't work out sometimes, when everybody just trusts him, stuff just goes so much better.
I guess that's why Brett Brown's such a. Let's not go there, right? Let's not dive into.
Liam, don't open up that can of worms, man.
You can worry about it just tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll touch on that tomorrow. Steve says, "Do I want to hear a stat?" Absolutely. Mike says, "My sister was in the Vancouver during the riots. It was crazy." On that whole thing, like, are we talking like riots after the hockey loss or riots as in 2020 riots? Both would be terrifying for different reasons.
Yeah, probably 2011 riots.
It was 2011 riots. Very, very jealous, and I'm sure there's some amazing stories. If it is not 2011 riots, I just hope they're able to stay safe. I think that's the main thing. Because I remember that. One of our Twitch viewers lived in Minnesota when it all went down, and he came into a stream like a week later saying, "I haven't been able to get on. Like it's just so everyone's like kind of scared to leave their home. It's like it was unreal. It was such a. It's weird to think that was 2020." Like, there is just a year of non-stop stuff coming up out of the blue and ruining everyone's life. And then it's like you look back and go, oh, yeah, wait, this happened. And that happened. And that happened.
Listen, Liam, Godzilla's going to come out of the ocean, and it's going to be like, that's just par for the course.
I mean, I'd kind of be all for it at this point. If it happened, everyone's going to go, all right, fine, yeah, about right. But we've got hockey back underway. Which I would like.
First stop by the Canadiens off the goalpost. I mean, that's
oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
Not a good sign.
Little sloppy start period.
Liam, the stats up for you then.
That's what? Sorry?
The stat that they were giving you is in the chat.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. See, I've got Zoom over the top of it. Flyers win tonight. AV will win more playoff games for the Flyers in 1 year than Hackstall did his whole time here. Wow.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, I think the culture. I was at the last game that Axtell coach. I was in Vancouver, and that like the Flyers looked so lifeless and just did not seem like they cared at all. And even with the interim coach, stuff changed, and you can see from day one, when they started a rough season with AV, it's been a huge culture change.
Yeah, absolutely. Druid Wolf says hello, bonjour. We'll keep the French theme up of saying salut and comment ça va. And hopefully we won't be speaking too much French tonight because I don't know what the French is for Flyers win. So I'll find that out. I'm assuming the first one is Flyers. It's the second one that I'm a bit lost on. So we'll sort that. Win Fly. I suppose so, yeah.
I mean, we could do Spanish and Flyers gana el partido.
Oh, there you go. The only thing I can do in Spanish is Enrique Iglesias' hero, and I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know where it came from, but it's a thing. Oh, a little stoppage in play, yeah.
I'm behind somebody. I heard a whistle.
I'm at 18:20.
I just got to 18:20.
I'm on 18:28. What the hell?
I don't know how because I'm on like 18:20, but I know I'm ahead of everyone, and it's really annoying me. Like I'm the guy that's ahead, and I'm annoyed about it because I don't even live there. Like I'm in England. Like I should not be ahead of you guys at all. It's horrible.
Like, I'm watching the TV, and that's usually like a couple seconds
TV
behind.
takes longer to get to North Carolina for me, I guess.
Oh, it could be. So I forget how big America is, to be fair. Like I'm always like, oh yeah, someone's moving to the other end of the country, and they're like, how far away is that? I'm like, 8 hours, and I was like, 8 hours in America will get you from like here to here, and then the rest of the country is over there, and I'm like, oh yeah, my bad.
But listen, let's say, Liam, it's a country where you can drive across Texas and still be in Texas at the end of the day.
Madness. It's so big.
You can drive from the top of Delaware to the bottom of Delaware and be out in like 5 hours.
Or 1 hour.
Oh, so yeah. Or if you're driving down 95.
Yeah.
So I lived in Newark, and my parents retired to near Ocean City, Maryland. That's about a 2-hour trip. We're 13 most of the way, right? 1 and 13.
I think all my geography about America has literally come from running this website. Before that, I had no clue. Could not tell. And even now, I struggle. But I've used the term down the I-95 whenever there's a New York team involved, and I go, yes, I've done that. That's relatable. People love seeing that in an article.
Liam, for the many of the rivalries, it works. You say down I-95.
That just is all of them. Druid Wolf says AV will set his team in the right direction. I'm listening through the radio. I don't have a TV accessible. We'll try and keep you as updated as we can, man. Apologies in advance for the Enrique Iglesias content. It may not be the most descriptive that you found, but it's part of the package, all right? Stephen, whether that's what she said, and Mike says, I'm in Toronto, so watching it on cable. Gotcha. So I think we're all on different sort of speeds here. It's I just have to try and suppress my glee or anger no matter what happens, and hope that I don't let slip what happens like I did earlier on. But I've just got a really weird feeling that they're going to sit on this lead in the third period now, knowing there's only 20. Like, there's a hunch that they're just going to kind of sit back in a very... I don't want to brand them the same way as Charlton, but in a very Charlton way of just sitting back there and letting it all crumble away.
Liam, don't speak it into the universe.
I mean, I don't want it to. Were you there for the Sixers stream where I think it was halftime and the Phillies and Mets? Jared was there when I bet on the Mets so I could watch the Phillies game. And,
That's so dumb.
But I need to make money if I'm gonna watch it, so I just put a $5 on, and I was so conflicted in that ninth thing. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I hated it.
And I literally told you, Harper's due for a hit.
But the odds were so bad. I was like, I've got to incentivize myself here, and it was just the oddest heartbreak that we've ever had. It was like, yay, but no, but yay, but.
They swept the Mets too.
I don't blame them after being up. What was it, 13-1 against the Braves and nearly blowing it.
Also saw the Flyers leave the hotel. Love that. Oh my god. Oh, it's in the bubble, isn't it? Yeah, in Toronto. That's cool.
Also, can we talk about how many blocks we have in this game? I think I saw was at 18.
I think that's by Provorov on his own. Yeah.
There's a total of 29 shots right now.
I mean,
so last game the Flyers had more hits, more takeaways, more block shots, and more face-off wins. So, like, most of those stats, they were better than the Canadiens, except just, defensively on the third pairing almost in particular, they were horrible. And then they had that first period where, like, the first shot came in after, like, 60 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I was gonna say that's the thing. Like the stats might say that, but like the game did not look like that at all. Like the Flyers just looked slow, lethargic, beaten to almost every puck. Like this. Sometimes that's what I say. Like stats can always be deceiving. Like let's say Liam to quote soccer. Like you can have a team be 75% possession and 10 shots on net, but they can lose 2-0. Because the other team has, a counterattack. Like it.
Well, that's the only game that Charlton wins, mate. To be honest, so I'm more than familiar with them.
Like getting a hit on a guy that fed the puck to a 2-on-1 breakaway doesn't really mean it.
Yeah, that doesn't really help. Like that's the thing. That some of those stats are like, I suppose plus minus is overrated because like you step on the ice and bam, you're a minus.
See, that's why I like doing film stuff.
I would actually argue that was kind of the problem, like not hitting the guy before. On a 2-on-1 breakaway. At least it would have disrupted the 2-on-1. I mean, last game, the Flyers' defense was pretty much soft the entire way through.
See, that's why I like doing Eagles film room stuff, because I feel like that stats are okay to support an argument, but they should never be the argument. It shouldn't be, this guy's got a good stat, therefore this happens. It should be, here's a stat that backs up what we see on film, which is a player who does this. That's where, like, I think a lot of people get misconceptions with them. Like, I'm a little nerd to it with hockey, so like I'm just getting my head around Corsi, and like literally every breath you take is Corsi. Like every heartbeat, every step on the ice is like counted in it. But yeah, I feel like what you see on film is way more important most of the time, unless the stats support them. But
yeah, that's absolutely true. That stats can only provide some of the context, and film provides the other. So you mesh the two, and it helps to. It obviously doesn't give you a perfect picture, but it gives you a better idea.
Yeah. Well, it's been a little bit Larry for this first few minutes, isn't it? It's been
a little like very choppy.
Yeah, Carter looks a lot better tonight, and like I don't know if that's just the defense playing better in front of him, or if it's just somewhat like coach got into him over the last few days.
I think the biggest thing is he's been using the same sports psychiatrist that Braden Holtby does, and I think he's definitely like he never usually has 2 bad games in a row. Like he tends to recover, and I think that's a good mindset for a very young goalie to have.
It is crazy to think that he's only 21. And it blows you out. It's like, I mean, I'm 25. I couldn't do that. Do you know,
27 makes me feel old at 21.
It's mad to think that he plays at the level. It's one thing to be a young goaltender in the league, to do it at the level that he is, and now be doing that in the playoffs. I mean, I think we all expected one Duff game eventually, but to rebound the way he has, like, he's so mature beyond his years, and it was the one thing that stood out. Not to keep up on about Prague, but like the one thing that stood out when I spoke to him down there was just, I was like, how are you that calm? Like, you're in a new country with your teammates, first game of the season, you've got to be like buzzing and like leaping around with excitement. He's like, nah, like any other game, done the World Juniors, mate. No, like literally the equivalent of that. And I was like, how? It blew my mind. He was so level-headed, so composed, whereas me at 21 would have been a nightmare.
And I think that's the thing with, like, especially, being a goalie, that's the I can definitely relate. It's the toughest position. Like the most pressure, most scrutiny. You could be the hero to the villain so fast. And at that age, like sometimes you're thrown to the fire, and it's all about how you respond. And listen, goalies always have a screw loose. There's no denying that. To step in front of whatever puck ball is nuts, but like it takes a certain amount of mental fortitude to say, okay, I'm going to deal with all the crap that I'm going to get, and I'm going to be able to bounce back, and after a bad game, and that's what takes a lot of mental toughness, really.
No, absolutely. So 30 minutes to go. I think the Flyers are starting to almost switch to it, and I'm not sure if it is a counter-attacking style of hockey, but definitely sitting back a bit more and.
It's tough to say. With hockey, it's like a weird bounce, and it's like almost like a counter.
Yeah. But it just seems they're more kind of comfortable sitting back and lapping up that pressure before. Oh, okay. So who's down there? Was someone on his turned into a train? Was that? I'm not sure if Kevin Hayes thought he was Thomas the Tank Engine, or what, or just took a hit. Yeah, like no, he got pushed, but he just kind of like didn't stop. It was like the never-ending slide tackle. It was amazing.
Oof, that was.
Oh, that. Oh, is he? Okay, I thought it.
I think he's up. I think he's all right. You just probably.
Oh, he got.
Oh,
All right.
was that a
He
shot?
the weight of the stick like right to the gut by Domi.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I wasn't sure if that was gut or a certain protected area.
It looked a little bit above that area.
It looked. Oh. Did they wear cups though? Right, in hockey they do wear cups. Please.
They do.
Oh god, I was gonna. If they didn't wear cups, that'd be the biggest safety concern. No worries, man.
No. I mean, you know, one of the toughest shots I remember in Flyers history was the Norwegian forward Patrick Thornton laying out for a block shot and ending up with a split cup after a block shot.
Oh, we're bringing more of the cavalry. We've got Zach. We've got a lead sixes right here. He fancies getting in on the action tonight before tomorrow. And the mighty Kemp. The mighty Ollie Kemp. Oh, what a vibe. How are you doing, Zach?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're okay. We're having a little party tonight. A little Sunday night party. We're going international. We've got Kemp loves hockey, mate.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I know Ollie Kemp is very knowledgeable on, it is ice hockey. It's rules, it's players, he loves it.
Yeah, Carter Hart is a really good goalkeeper.
There you go. You're hired, mate. Easy as that.
This is so weird. Twitch is meeting face to face.
I know.
I'm meeting the man behind the typing.
Behind all the quotes saying, just win streamer, not hard.
Oh my goodness.
So, alright, what are the odds on the Flyers actually getting a goal on this power play? Is this their fourth one this game?
Yeah, I was wondering, I didn't see that they actually called a penalty. Did they actually call one then?
Yeah, they called it slashing, I think, on Domi.
Okay.
Which,
I was
2 minutes,
wondering
2
if they
minutes,
were
2
gonna call
minutes
it.
cup check. Cup check.
But to answer your question, probably not very likely, unfortunately. Just if we're going strictly on the stats and how things have been going.
0 for 4.
0 for 4 tonight on the power play.
But shooters shoot. That's all we stand, right? You gotta get one in eventually.
Well, say, how many shots have they had? Because last game they were
Over 13 on power play.
4 and they had 13 shots. So
I only know that because I wrote the article today. But now, what do you think, Kemp, about the power play? Is it just a case of them trying to walk it in? Is it?
Yeah, it got an extra man, right?
There you go.
Well done.
Loves the ice hockey.
Like just score.
Not our guys, just score.
Just win, streamer.
Just win.
I
Rick,
wish there
oh, T-Gray's in the stream and missed Ricky's doggo, so Ricky's upset because Ricky bought a cat instead of a dog
I
today.
wish the late video was just like, just score, man. Like,
Oh, come on, guys.
gotta remember when Berube was the coach, he used to just say, "You gotta get those greasy goals, man. That's all that matters."
It doesn't matter how you score them as long as they get in, but I think the problem is that if they can't score when they're a man down, they're not getting even strength goals.
Man up.
That's the one.
What was that?
Kem, how are you watching this? Are you watching this on a? Are you
I'm
watching?
watching a totally legal stream.
Oh, right, okay. I was wondering if you were gonna do a Liam and just stream it on Sky Bet so you could be ahead. Oh, shit, yeah, no, never mind. Got you. I just got rid of yeah. Got you.
Liam, do you have to place a bet to use those sites? Or
Yeah, it's a really bad vibe because I'm just saying, like,
It's free on Sky Bet. You don't have to put money in.
do you not?
No.
Oh, Liam.
Liam's wasted money.
It's only been, what, the last 2 weeks worth of hockey content.
Shouldn't have told Liam.
Shouldn't, mate, I do it on 365. But yeah, I don't. It's okay. There you go. Look at that. They love it. They love the ice hockey.
The internet connections.
Oh.
The internet connections just,
He's going a little bit. I love how many people in the stream. Oh, Ricky, mate, don't worry. This is the start of a new era of watch-along parties. Don't you worry, mate. There'll be plenty of opportunity for you to come in. Oh, God. That looked a bit low.
Just like having this many people from, like, I guess all of our readers and, like, just our universe. This is fantastic.
It's mad. We have got a little universe now. So we've got YouTube, website, Twitch, social media with people that never read anything or watch anything, but they'll be around anyway. Got our writers, obviously, that are the stars of the show. It's mad, yeah. But it's just like I was saying this on Twitch loads. I don't get how it's all come together. Where you've got like certain elements of different Twitch communities and certain Philadelphia fans, and then it's like everyone mingles into this one. Like Kent, bless him, he's got no idea what's happening right now. He's loving life.
I know ice hockey.
Do you?
I don't follow it, but like I know like how it works. I used to watch it now and again. I had a bell on it.
I
think Kemza has a pretty good understanding. He said we're up a guy on the power play and just scored.
And Carter Hart's a good goalie.
Pretty basic. That's all you need.
That's all we need. I mean, I was going to say that the one thing we were missing the other day was Zach's knowledge from the Sixers stream. We can't lie. I mean, I'm not sure if Zach tuned into the stream or not, but we were there basically saying like he's like decodes the Matrix.
The Flyers are on another power play. Just
love that.
And listen, Liam, this stream now has plenty of beard content with Eric and I, so you're good for a while.
It's okay. A shoey of wine would break me tonight, I think. So it's for the best.
I'm saying, boy, how many people are asking for that wine shoey?
The second one gets mentioned. It's a slippery slope. It's. Did Tigre?
I saw it in the chat. I had to put it out there.
Did Tigre do one last night, Kemp?
Liam, I want to see an analysis of what having the practice squad being at 16 guys and 6 of them being unlimited experience means to you.
What, for the NHL or for NFL?
For the NFL.
I was just... So it's a because a lot of them have...
Six of the spots this year are unlimited experience.
Kemp, I might just ask Kemp instead. He looks...
No idea what he's asked.
No, I think this year especially, given COVID and stuff, like, you might see a lot more former Eagles players back who know this. Like, for instance, someone like Najee Good, linebacker, played for the team.
Well, my thought was that there's going to be a lot of experienced older quarterbacks on practice squads this year.
Oh, but yeah, there's plans that they want to quarantine a fourth. So, like, teams will keep a quarterback quarantined just in case they need one to call up in an emergency, which I get, but...
Brett Favre's going to be getting a lot of calls then.
Yeah, oh, imagine.
Boys are boy.
Sam Bradford, like Sam Bradford, Clayton Thorson, bring them all back, get the gang back together. Bit of Chase Daniel in there, why not?
It's just going to make near the end of the year the practice squad poaching that much more interesting.
Especially with the draft as well. Like, if college football is cancelled, you're going to be leaning so much more on free agents and guys that have been around practice squads because they're essentially the draft class that don't need to take the risk of declaring early without that last season. So it's going to be a very, very odd timeline. But it's whoever's the most forward-thinking GM is going to get the highest rewards, really. Is like, how do you want to go? Do you want to stockpile young talent? Do you want to stockpile veterans and then try and get trade value? It's tricky.
I don't know. The draft, the only players that are going to be opting out are probably going to be higher value players that already have their value somewhat cemented.
You never know, though.
I'd say as long as they bring back Mark and Michelle and Clayton.
No, he's gone. Michelle's with the Panthers today. He signed today.
Yeah, we can bring him back. Give him more money.
We'll trade for him, mate. Don't worry about it.
Eric, did you say quite that, man?
Like, you want more money, right? And Michelle will be like, yeah. Now he's an Eagle again.
Oh, hang on. Oh, did Drew just take a little bit of a knock then? What was that?
I didn't tell you.
I'll ask. Kemp will tell me.
What's happened?
Liam's watching in the future.
Oh, it's okay. Oh no, it just went out of hand. It just showed a really odd close-up and Drew looked really angry. So I thought he might have taken a bit of a knock somewhere.
I see what you're talking about right now.
Come on, just get a power play goal. Just one. I'll be happy with one.
It'll happen. Now, what'll end up happening is we'll get an empty net goal.
Do you not
Liam,
think
if you're gonna say power play goal, you gotta specify which team.
Oh, don't. Do you know? No, what worries me is that last game the Canadians kept their top power play unit out like right to the very end.
Oh, broken stick.
Well, no, that's really poor sportsmanship in my opinion.
But do you not think the Flyers might want to get one back at them and do the same? Like this time around.
I don't think they're at that level yet, but I would say, yeah.
Honestly, it's the playoffs. There's no like it doesn't matter. Like if you're gonna pummel a team on the ground, like you do it.
Yeah, but it's not gonna accomplish anything the next game though. Like it's gonna serve as more fodder.
I agree with what they did. Like it's the playoffs. You want to win. Put in your first team. It's fine. I listen. You can feel how you want to feel at the end of the day, but you're here to win. You're not gonna play by those unwritten rules in the playoffs, in my opinion.
It's series are about momentum. So like if they think that they can cause a swing in the series by winning one game huge, like you're gonna do that.
Oh, what a save, Carter! Bloody hell! Oh, sorry, I've ruined that for everyone. Yeah, my bad. Give it 30 seconds, lads.
Liam, it's nice to know I can get excited a little bit.
Oh, I feel bad for whenever John watches you. There you go.
Liam, I think I just saw what you're talking about like 10 seconds later.
Don't worry, Liam ruins every sport for me.
Eric never misses a watchalong, and he just sat there like.
One that I'm seeing now.
Oh, we got Timor in here now. He says do puck net.
Do puck net. Love that.
What save?
Michael says Eric looks like Jason Kelsey. And it's not the first time he's had that. I mean, Michael hasn't heard the story, Eric. If you want to give him the brother story.
The drinking story.
Yeah.
So I was at a party. I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, and I was told that I looked like Jason Kelsey by a person who looked exactly like Travis Kelsey. And we just played beer pong the entire night and ran the table, and we just kind of convinced everybody that we were the Kelsey brothers. So, yeah, that night should have never worked out as much as it did, but it did.
I think Ollie Kemp looks like Kevin Hayes, to be honest. Yeah. Spit an image.
Put a beard on him, maybe.
That's not possible, so.
Yeah,
I could say it.
I can't lie though, I had to shave last night. Wait, I mean, out of context, that's bad. I mean, like, normally I have to shave like once every 3-4 weeks, and this was like twice in a week, and I was like, hello, puberty, age 25, nice to see you.
I was gonna say, Liam, how much does 3 or 4 weeks get you?
I get a little bit of stubble, and then a little bit here, and I get a shave hair that comes out, which tells me that I need to get rid of it. I get one big hair, and I'm like, right, that's gotta go.
I was gonna say, I get a week, and it starts to get
the same disposable since 2015.
I've been using the same shaving gel since 2015.
Oh my lord.
Liam, Timor slagging your haircut.
Look, I was hungover, I was comfy in a jersey, I was just having a bit of a day, you know, it's fine.
Man, I rate it. You know what I mean? You rub off on me. I'm speaking English.
I rate it.
Listen. I say cheers a lot more than most Americans.
It's when, I think Zach will vouch for it as well, it's when David is in our Slack chat, it's just being like, alright lads, and I'm like, oh, hello, like... Oh, that was going to be something there. Whoa, hello, Wef! What's going on there?
Oh, was that a Wef?
Well, I was going to say,
was that our first Wef?
I don't know. I think they cut the camera and there was like 2 people having a bit of a scrap.
Well, there's still in it.
Oh.
Jared, I think that is the first Wef of the game.
Oh, I'll update it.
There should be a lot more.
I'm surprised it took this long.
I've missed every single one. I was dealing with a PR scandal and some angry photographer, and then I was reading the chat, and then I'm assuming the next one I'll be having some sort of breakdown somewhere. I think okay, so next stream what we're going to do is we're going to make Eric join the Zoom call with his tag as Jason Kelsey, just to see if we can actually fool anyone that we've got a special guest.
Put on
what do I have to do?
put on a Mummers outfit.
Oh, that could have been a
Start
wef, you
saying
know.
Hungry dogs.
That could have been tripping on raffle.
I'm not against that.
Where?
That idea. I really don't have a Mummers outfit.
There it is. There's
If I were to buy that Mummers outfit, that'll be something I do one day.
Michael
But
Raffle
the Mummers
there.
got canceled.
In the space of a minute and a half.
Anything bright green would work.
Did they actually get canceled?
Most large events they're like February.
I'm just feeling that Michael Raffle just got battered around the rink for a solid minute and a half. Like, he got up after being held down, and then just gets slammed into a board.
Back in 1988, I met Keith Byers at training camp. I used to go up to training camp when I lived up in Delaware. And I had the most emasculating experience of my entire life. I'm going to tell you right now, so I'm about 6 foot, I'm about 185 pounds. I went to go shake Keith Byers' hands as he was coming down the little plastic fence there. The players used to shake your hands after practice every day, right? They would come and see the crowd, right? Keith Byers comes down the fence, and it was the first time he'd done it all week. I'd gone like 5 days in a row. I was 19 at the time. And he held out 2 fingers like this.
Oh, no.
I went to grab his 2 fingers, and it was like this, grabbing his hand. 2 fucking fingers. This was as much of my hand, and I was 8. This was the size. I haven't grown much since then. This was as much as I could get around 2 of his fingers.
Jeez.
So I'm like, I can see how the man caught some balls. You know.
He just sort of like, it's like a basketball just like
backfield.
rolling around there.
I could see how when he rolled to the left and threw his little, that little option pass he used to the Flyers throw to Anthony Toney every now and then. He would left hand that thing and just kind of put it out there for him. It's that was my first real experience with just how big difference genetically wise some of those guys are. It's like, man.
I remember when I spoke to Joel Embiid, that scared me. Because it was like, you don't get an appreciation of how tall 7 foot really is until, like I was in a huddle and I was like, I'm 6'3", and I had to look up and I was like, oh, this is new. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, same sort of thing.
I remember as a little kid, John LeClaire lived in my neighborhood, and I trick-or-treated at his house, and he answers the door, and man, I would have thought I was talking to Sasquatch. Dude was like, Neanderthal looking, and you're just like, as a little kid, you're just like, yeah,
it's just larger than life, isn't it?
Yeah, not that I've ever been that tall. All 5'10" and a half of me.
No, see, I'm the opposite. I just walk around like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but I know Zach's had a few little nice experiences. There's the infamous Jersey story, which I love.
Well, wait, which one are you talking about?
The signed one?
The Noel one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I have a priceless to me, but priceless in the sense of zero. Autographed Nerlens Noel jersey that he was so kind enough to sign for me on my birthday. And at the same day, I met Joel Embiid. I met everybody on the team. And then Joel, he signed my hat. It was his rookie year. He hadn't played a minute yet. So he signs the hat. Awesome. Great. Also on the hat, Brett Brown. Still, not bad. And then probably the, most expensive signature, Jakar Sampson, which just skyrocketed that value right there and totally didn't ruin it. But you feel bad not letting a guy autograph, he's right out. I don't know why he was out there with Embiid, but you feel bad being like, oh yeah, you. No, we're not you. I did getting back to the whole really just genetic aspect, I guess, of it. I had a chance to meet Jason Peters through work, and I didn't know he was usual where I worked, and I didn't know that until one day when he walks in. And I've met a lot of athletes, so on and so forth, and I'd say there's no one like Jason Peters. Just when he walks into a room, everybody's quiet, and Jason just does his thing. Jason is the most commanding presence of anyone that I've ever met.
Do you reckon
he's a genuinely nice dude too.
So with like him coming back to the Eagles, like he just phoned up Howie and like, I'm there tomorrow, and Howie's like, no, look, Jason, we've let you go, and he's going, no, I'm there tomorrow. I am there. So make it what you will.
It was Alex just took a puck off his foot.
Yeah, that looked.
So
He's in pain.
Shot, man.
Oh, that's like stubbing your toe on a door level of cringing. I don't like that. 23 blocked shots though.
Ow.
Liam, I was gonna say like not seeing an end table and kicking your toe straight into the table.
Yeah.
Right
Oh
on the
man.
top. Oh my god.
Can
Oh,
get
you get some
Petrie.
slack in the YouTube chat. I don't know if you saw that.
I'm getting some. Liam, Ricky, behave yourself. Behave.
Let me speak.
5'5".
I can provide insight.
Like, why did this become... I don't know why this became a thing. It was one of these watch-alongs. It became a thing. And the second I went, no, I'm not, it just snowballed. And it was like, oh, well, now I can't stop it. I nibbled. Something I do all too much for my liking. It's very hard not to... I don't have Kemp's level of composure when it comes to nibbling. I'm just like, what?
I feel like always usually the one who causes the nibble.
Yeah, no, very true. Yeah. He just haunts me every day. Although, to be fair...
Liam's embracing the emo Peter Parker personality all too much.
Do you know what's bad? I used to really like that hair. Like, that scene in Spider-Man where he's, like, walking down, like, it's all like that.
Moment in cinematography history.
I love
I was gonna say, Liam, please don't tell me that, like, one of your favorite movies.
No, I rated the aesthetic, though. Like, emo Liam would have died for that dyed hair, all blacked out, like, ooh, yeah, like, kind of... I love that swagger. Couldn't do it now.
Have you ever done that down the street?
You do this down the street?
All the time. On the steps, yeah. That's how I leave my house to come to the office.
And do the old little...
Yeah.
Alright, come on, where's the empty net?
Oh, there it is. As you've said that, there it is. 2 minutes to go, empty net. Kemp, that means...
It's behind you.
Kemp, that means there's not a goalie in the net, mate. Alright, just as a...
Yeah, I
But he's wearing a PSN shirt, look!
all I know is that 1-0 is... Some say 1-0 is a dangerous lead.
Most dangerous lead in hockey.
I say 2-0. 2-0.
I heard 2-1.
Nah, it's 2-0.
Any 2-goal lead, I would say, is the worst because it gives you a false sense of confidence.
Or Kemp for Charlton was in the Leeds watch along where it was like 4-0 is the most dangerous league.
Go on.
As we get relegated.
Not a vibe. Alright, a minute and a half to... Alright, there's got to be a dodgy goal here for the Fly. Like, just... Who said Carter Hart scores? Who was it that said that in the chat?
It was very early on. I can't
Was it
remember.
Elite Gamer? I think it was Elite Gamer said
I think
that.
it was Elite Gamer,
Yeah.
Sounds right.
I'm a Carter Hart stan, so...
Wait, I'll tell you what. Philadelphia shot stoppers are unreal. You've got Andre Blake at the Union, Carter Hart here, Joel Embiid, Matisse Thybulle counts, I suppose. Darius Slay for the... Like, it never ends. They like catching... We're not going to say that. We're not going to say they like catching, but it's not.
Liam, it's because they're all genuinely lovable people.
Exactly. No one hates Philadelphia. That's...
Well...
I'm pretty sure the chant goes, no one likes us, we don't care.
See, but you're going to say that because Kemp won't know that's the Philadelphia fans adopted it, and there's a he hates Millwall. Oh, he does. So you're not gonna nibble at that.
No.
No?
No, he's not an Orlando fan. He's not gonna give us.
I thought he might, you know, now that it came from Millwall, I thought he might kick off and start throwing things and. There you are, mate.
You know, Liam, because we're us Americans are not perfect, and we say goalie instead of the proper term goalkeeper.
No. That was the whole thing.
That all. Oh, I love when they do that when they like bounce the puck on their set. I've got a video of JVR doing it from Prague. Ollie, I swear to God, if you say a word. No, I've got a video of JVR doing like just picking a puck up on his stick and just flicking it about on from Prague.
Juggling it?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's always. I always love whenever a lot of goalies will spray the water bottle and they follow the drops as they come down and stuff.
I love those shots. Yeah, when they're like, I love that. Alex takes some really cool photos of Carter Hart when that's in the air. Like, I think all of our photos of Carter Hart are just like that, and it's like, oh, I love him. Well, get it in. Well, might as well. Oh, it's a minute ago. See, this is where my power play tactic would be good. 0 goalies, 6 forwards. Get him in.
Listen, this is super squeaky bum time right now.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is the squeakiest of squeaky bum times.
Oh my lord.
This would be a first. Would this be a first playoff shutout for Hart? It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It would.
Let's not jinx it then. 50 seconds. Okay, come on. Right, we got it.
Liam, man, I'm sorry. I'm super superstitious as a goalie. That commentators curse.
I've had it all my life.
Well, you said the thing, and then you said let's not jinx it. So that's 2 actually.
Oh my god.
Kick him out now.
Listen, Zach, I immediately cringed at both instances.
I'm just gonna sell PSN to Kemp instead, and he can host the streams from now on.
Listen, with his quality insight, clearly knows what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
my NFL insight.
Yeah, he loves Greg Ward.
Greg Ward Jr. is the best. I forgot what position he plays in, but he's the best one of that.
Listen, the fact that you know that he's on an NFL roster, already great insight.
Exactly, mate.
And Kez Watkins there.
There you go.
He's thick.
There you go. So
Yeah.
now you're getting it. Oh, that was a massive hit. Oh
John
god.
Hightower and his grandma.
I love John Hightower. Oh, John, what a legend.
Couldn't tell.
No, I never make any content about it. Oh, it's 10 seconds. Oh, it's. Oh no, this is
We
no.
can't tell that with your love for Clayton Thorson.
Yo, when you put that song out, it was stuck in my head for so long.
Honestly, I'm just happy that it become a thing. And people still comment now saying we need more Thorson. But we need more wins. We got one. Flyers win. Shutout complete. Carter Hart makes history.
Seconds behind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2 or 3 seconds ahead, Liam.
3,
Damn it.
2, 1.
Alright, it's like a 100-meter sprint. People are going to cross the line at different times. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting them through. Sorry.
Recorded playoff
Zeros.
Woo! Amazing.
Another Flyer goaltender recorded playoff shutout.
Wow.
Yep.
The first ever Flyers one.
I heard you say something, I didn't know it was that. My bad.
Did you say he's the first ever Flyers goalie to do it?
Youngest.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, like, that would have been really worrying if it was the first ever. But
Also, he's no longer 21. He's 22 now.
I know. Oh, yeah, he had a birthday, didn't he?
3 days ago, apparently.
Oh, okay. So, Carter Hart was the first star of the game. Ben Sherriott, second star, which is whatever.
Yeah, why is Ben Sherratt
than the second star with the game winner, but whatever. But alright, I'm heading out of here. I'm going home.
Oh, okay. Bye, Eric.
He said, alright, peace.
See you in a bit, mate.
I gotta go home and start to write this post game.
Ooh.
So.
Alright, man. Thank you for coming on as always, mate.
Or if you'll still be on in the Zoom call, I'll just get on when I get there.
Alright, mate. We'll talk to you in a bit, man. Thanks for tonight, buddy.
Alright, man. No problem. See ya.
Oh, there you go. There's Carter Hart not staring at a wall. There you go. That's the content. Oh, he looks a bit shell-shocked. There we go. But no, guys, immediate thoughts from that game. We'll go around the room.
One of the Watchalongs I've joined.
Oh, we said okay. So we'll go around the room and we'll save the best for last with Ollie Kemp because I think he's got the greatest insight of everyone. So we'll start with Ross. Ross, what do you think of that game overall? 'Cause it was a little bit of a roller coaster.
Well, I'm just glad Hart was back on point. So that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to know that Vigneault got to him and said, "Dude, just settle down and do what you need to do," and he was back on point.
Yeah, absolutely. And Justin? Oh, I feel like a teacher at school. Sorry.
For me, the biggest thing was I was glad to see a clear change of attitude. From the drop, it seemed like the Flyers were first to the pucks. They definitely had a spring in their step. I don't know what AB said, but everyone seemed to be there And it was nice to see. Like, it was a tight game. Yeah, obviously, towards the end, you're starting to cross your fingers and you're nervous. But honestly, that was a much more complete performance, even as ugly of a game as it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Jared, how about yourself, mate? How are you feeling?
I mean, a win's a win. I wasn't a very pretty win. Honestly, I think we're lucky not to be in overtime right now. Because obviously you get that like slight deflection. Other than that, like we didn't really have too many like chances. So like yeah, obviously great to get the win, get back in the lead. But we could still be playing right now. Honestly, if it wasn't for just like that small deflection. So I really want to see. I mean, like everyone knows it, but I want to see more from our first line. Like the fact that like all of our top scorers from the regular season haven't scored a goal, or have they scored one now?
I think Voracek got one, didn't he? So yeah.
Okay, well outside of that, like nothing. So yeah, definitely need to see the first our top scorers get back at it. But yeah, got a few more days till we get back at it.
Did you hear what Hart just said?
No, what's he saying?
Well, he goes. He said, "Yeah, we are nowhere near as good as we're gonna be, right?" He was like, so we have a ways to go." So.
Well, that's impressive. If that's their very worst, I think we can all be pretty happy with that, right? Like that's a positive. And lead Sixers writer, newly appointed Zach. How are you feeling after that, mate?
I mean, obviously, I checked in a little late, but from what I saw and looking back at the stats thereafter, the thing that kind of sticks out a little concerning to me, 0-for-6 on the power play, that's obviously disconcerting. But conversely, looking for a positive, I like the physicality tonight. 36 hits. That's how you're gonna have to win playoff hockey. You're just gonna knock them off their center, and really play that kind of physical style to assert yourself as the dominant team. So, like Jared said, a win's a win. And like Carter Hart said, it's not their best hockey yet.
Ollie Kemp, the man who everyone's been waiting to hear from after such an intriguing win. What are your thoughts, mate?
Not the most convincing win from the Flyers, yeah. But they pulled through, and we move, and Voracek will score again. Cart's going to save many shots, and they're going to win the Stanley Cup.
Oh, look at that.
You think Voracek can put more in off his iPad?
Yes.
iPad, face, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Anytime, anywhere, right? In terms of us, though, we'll be back with the Watchalong tomorrow for the Sixers game, where we'll have the return of our Matrix writer himself, Zach, who we were saying earlier, like we missed you in the last stream, like your knowledge and
I was feeling there. I really did. I'll be happy to be back tomorrow. I'll say that.
Good. Well, we're really excited for it. Guys, firstly, a massive thank you to Jared, to Ross, to Justin, and to Ollie for coming on and sharing this with us. I think we've turned a new page in Watchalong. We're definitely doing more of this. It's been an absolute blast. The NBA Wall of Fans, or MLS, whatever, this is the new one. This is better, right? We've taken that and we've made it a million times better. So, guys, just thank you for spending your evening with us, man. It's been a lot of fun. And secondly, to obviously everyone in the chat as well, we're still not giving away a t-shirt, which I am livid about. So we'll try and maybe soften the stakes a little bit for tomorrow with the Sixers game to make sure we can. Michael, I know it's been your first time here. Big thank you to you, man. I'm glad he's going to be here on Tuesday. To Druid Wolf, to Stephen, I would say Timor, but do we thank Timor and Tigray Kemp? Is that part of etiquette, do you reckon?
Thank Tigray.
Thanks, Tigray. All right. So thanks to Tigray. Obviously to Donnie and everyone else that's come in. You guys have been amazing from start to finish. We'll be here again with you tomorrow for the Sixers, Tuesday night for the Flyers. Kemp loves the PSN. Yeah, we love you, and that's all that matters. We'll see you soon, guys.